1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Stepped into the scene in 2015, not knowing that we could make it, motivated with the dream. They try to throw us to the crumb side. We gamers over here, yeah. Steady on a mission, but with no competition. They say Kid Smoove is the best spot, representing the best box. Halo gets Bethesda, well, so much for taking them shots. Check Move got the platinum, dog. How many trophies you got? Blonde will find the answers, whether you like it or not. The gaming guard built the squad of strong-minded individuals. A diverse collection to deliver news that's monumental. Wanna be a guest, dog? You gotta make a decision. Jimmy, I have you in a state of decay walking in this division. It's a dark day in hell, yeah, before you see sunshine. If you can't hear me, player, go and press rewind. Tis it's the season when I thirst, I drink wine. Best to get yours, money, cause I'ma get mine. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will. Catch you slipping, I promise I'll show you how I still feel. Let's play a little game, I can show you my weapon, Will.
Do we have one of those water bottles in the fridge still? That I got
this is the Weapon Will podcast.
That came with like the Amazon order?
Black Bomb, Kid Smoove, the best spot. Okay. Jimmy, J Mega Games, Jack Move Johnny, and your host, Broken Games, HDR.
Huh?
Sleeping on those patches. Sleeping on them. I hear somebody low in the back. It's like BG.
Yo. What's up?
Okay, there you go.
All right. It said estimated delivery the 28th. When I go to track shipping, that would be.
Let me see what your day is.
Nah, it still say Wednesday, April 28th by 7 p.m.
Okay, you go. But yeah, mine got pushed back a day. But I had a little problem with mine anyway.
Yeah.
They tried to take part of the payment from an expired card, so I had to.
Let me double check to make sure that because my billing address wasn't updated, which I wasn't happy with.
Yeah, I had a little issue like that. I was like, get that to me now.
Yo, chat. Hit them like buttons, man. Let's see. I want to see them that like go up. Like numbers going up, man. Let's hit that.
They've been slacking harder than Smoove trying to complete a good game.
I've completed several good games, Bond. So you need to hold that L. Like you need to you need to come up with a better joke or something.
You need to beat some better games.
I have the most diverse beat games ever, so I'm good. I'm good. I have enough room to beat like any game I want because of how diverse the list of games are on my end. So
when you get back to Octotrash.
Octotrash, well, I have to do once I do this Patreon stream. I think after I do this Patreon stream, which is I might depending on how much time we got left after, I would like to start tonight. So I downloaded it on my Series S.
What is the game you're streaming?
It's called I don't even know how he found this shit, but it was actually rather expensive. It was $40.
Hold up. Now see, this is what Game Pass done to y'all.
No, for the games that he usually had me do, I was surprised. Like,
what's the name of this game?
It's called Monster
Boy or something.
Monster Boy, yeah.
Let me look at this game.
You never heard of it?
Smoove is definitely full of it though. This man said diverse games. Like, man.
Oh my god!
It varies from AAA to
that's a good game. That's a good game. He gave me. That's a good game.
Yeah, it varies from AAA to complete garbage.
They sold this game for $40.
Yeah, $40.
They should be sent to prison. Send them to prison immediately.
That's a remake of a classic game right there. What's the issue?
I've never heard of Monster Boy. What is that? What's
you never heard of Wonder Boy, Monster Boy?
Yeah.
Monster Boy, Wonder Boy. You never heard neither one of them?
Wonder Boy sounds familiar.
Can we get some more likes?
Same series.
Can we get some more likes, please? Can everybody sitting at your computer right now? or on your phones, there's a little like thumbs up button. I swear it's right there on your screen, and you're just looking at it, but you're choosing not to press it. I'm gonna need you to press it right now.
Yeah, before we start, we gonna need that like button pressed.
Yeah. I wonder how long it's gonna take.
And share it out, and share out that the podcast is live. You know, go tell your grandmother, tell Twitter, tell Facebook if you still use that, tell Instagram, and whatever other social platform you kids are using these days, you young whippersnappers.
I'm gonna be real, Jack. I haven't heard of Wonder Boy since the Sega Master System.
Yeah, they remade 2 of the games. 2 different devs remade them though.
Holy shit, that's like 1989, 1990. I'm just YouTubing it. Just more generic platforming trash, but it's easy, so Smoove will be able to beat it.
Game Pass has encouraged frauds to be even more fraudulent.
For real.
That's why I kind of hate it.
Are you trying to call me a fraud, or are you just trying to speak in general?
And both.
Pretty much. It's empowered fraudulence. That's what it's really done. It really has.
I mean, it allowed you guys to go chain $60, $70 games. That's all it did.
Wait, gold chaining is not MSRP, dog.
Hold up. Bragging that they bought their game full price.
We ain't bragging. We just saying that the only reason you play games, you would not play any of these trash ass games if you had to actually pay $60.
No, dude, bro, a lot of these games I was on pace to buy. So,
I've never heard you talk about Wonder Boy one time.
Oh, but dude, that's a Patreon stream. That has nothing to do. I thought you were talking about the games I'd be playing on.
Hold on, where's my Mighty Keith voice clip? I'm normally on top of this shit.
I don't believe Smoove would be buying none of this stuff. It wasn't in Game Pass.
Outriders was in the cart.
Comedy for broke niggas.
Hell no.
This shit is crazy. Like I'm sorry, but y'all bought a $500 console, and the crazy thing is Sony has released more new next-gen first-party games on the Xbox than Microsoft has.
No,
let me repeat that.
They're actually tied, I think.
With what?
Well, I'm counting Gears Tactics.
Gears Tactics is an old game.
Yeah, that came out on PC. That's a port. That's a port, sir.
It's new to Xbox.
It's a port.
Gears Tactics. Wow.
Old ass Sony.
It's a port.
It came out in 2020 for
it's
PC.
A port.
It came out
It's a port, and an Xbox first party dev didn't even make it. It was made by Splash Damage.
That don't fucking matter. Like,
there you go. There you go.
Who published it, buddy? Is Gears Tactics a first party IP or not?
Publishing is not developing.
It was in development in collaboration with the coalition.
Sony published that All-Stars game that came out and died within a week. That don't mean they made it.
It's still theirs. That's still their trash ass game.
You got it.
I'm giving all that credit to Sony.
It's not you are, because Sony has first party games on Xbox. Microsoft don't. We still waiting.
Yep. Hey, Microsoft got first party games on PlayStation 2. Minecraft.
That's not a new game.
Minecraft Dungeons. It's still new.
Oh my god, really?
Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's go right into the intros. Start with our guest. Mega, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on with y'all? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Gotcha.
King Mega.
All right. No, this is a different Mega. Yeah.
What's going on with y'all though? Mega ZX4560. So, but I'm ready to get into
what?
it though.
Is that like a robot call sign?
My bad. I'm on my phone right now.
No, I heard like Mega ZX456 Mega Buster Z Saber / Hyper Fighting is some shit.
Well, Mega Man is my shit though. But yeah, Mega ZX456 here. I'm ready to get into it. Let's go with y'all.
All right, Smoove.
What's up? It's the best bot, Mr. Xbox Ambassador, unofficial, but we in here.
Jack.
What's good? What's popping with y'all boys, man? The drought is almost over, people.
Yes, sir.
We've made it, okay? We've made it, okay?
Gaming season about to start.
Hold up. I'll go next. First of all, what is ending this drought?
Returnal.
Returnal.
See, normally, you know how I always pick out fire names for games?
Mm-hmm.
Returnal, it doesn't need a name because it's going to be returned. That's all they're gonna call it, Returnal. Don't need a name.
That's a good one.
It's just gonna be Returnal. But no, the drought isn't ending because social reject season is over. We're going into summer. People vaccinated. People trying to go to vacations. People trying to visit islands. Ain't nobody trying to care about Returnal.
I'm still staying inside.
Interesting.
You
lying? I already know you got 2 or 3 vacations set up.
Oh, that's in the distance. That's in the fall, actually.
What?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, that's actually the best time. Technically, if you think about it, the best time to go on vacation is in the fall because you're dodging dodging winter.
True, I agree, but like we've been in the house too long. It's time to get the fuck out. But as far as my intro goes, yeah, I will be streaming Returnal. Actually, I was given the game. Am I allowed to say who gave it to me? Is that cool?
Yeah.
BG was gracious to donate the game to me.
I'm happy. I'm happy you were his second choice.
Oh, you didn't want it?
No, I actually no. I had a no. Well, sorry to kill. You could no. So I went to Smoove after actually.
Really?
I went to you after. I went to.
Wait. So is this a review copy or something or what?
No, I just had listen, I had a little plug, so I had like a few extra copies. So I went to Bond first because I knew Bond, would be able to take on this challenge. That's up Bond's alley. So I'm sending him one. Then I went to Smoove, but then like as soon as I press enter, I remember Kid sold his PS5. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Smoove probably won't be able to. Smoove would be crying about that game anyway.
But that would be pure entertainment. That's why I really wanted. That's why I was like, oh, this is gonna be fire. Sending this to Smoove, but then, yeah, he sold it. That would have been a great live stream.
How many consoles have you sold this generation already?
Bro, I sold 1, 2. I had sold 2 Series S's and X, a PS5. I sold, and this would be 5th. I sold 5 consoles.
And how long have these consoles been out?
You made a profit?
Oh yeah, I made a profit on each one.
All right, you good?
No, he is on pace of selling a new console a month.
No. I mean, dumb. I need to sell this fucking monitor, but
Well, no. What you need to do is stop buying so much hardware and play actual games,
bruh. We went over this.
All right. Intros, Blandrew.
You out here trying to be like Mocha and buy 3 monitors per game.
Blandrew.
What's going on, everybody?
Okay. Jimmy? Did I call you?
Yeah, I'm here. Jamie Games, I'm here.
All right. Jack?
I already did my intro, sir.
Yeah, we're good. Let's get started.
All right, let's get started. Hold on, let me put the gameplay up on the screen.
Can you handle it?
Mind you, I don't know. We gonna see. It's looking pretty stable right now. I reset my router and my modem. I told my wife to get off the Wi-Fi and everything just to make sure things go smooth. By the way, she wanted everybody to know she made crab macaroni and cheese today.
Ooh, that is so good. You're mad fat, BG. Can you send me over something?
Sure. I guess we could work something out. Maybe we could work something out. Buy another PS5 and I'll send you mac and cheese. That's a fair exchange.
Mac and cheese, Lord.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't you selling them in the back of your trunk?
No, it's Hamburger Helper.
Yeah. So mind you, all the gameplay you're gonna see on the screen tonight, besides the last game, this is all Smoove. This is all Smoove's gameplay. Just so people know, this is first 2 hours. First 2 hours, Kid Smoove gameplay. So that'll probably explain a lot of what you're gonna see. Okay.
All the games to avoid.
All right. Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 278. Please hit that like button, to support the podcast.
I don't even think we should start until these likes are over 200. I'm dead serious. Dead ass. We should just leave this shit on pause until that shit gets to at least 200.
It's 355 people in here. We can get this to 100. Go to 100, guys. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Shout out to the Weapon Wheel Patreon. Go support that. Thank you for all the patrons that have been supporting it. I think we like over 350 patrons right now. So
362.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, that thing's active.
Left press fraud podcast in the dust.
since we made some done some restructuring, the After Dark been heat. So, check that out if you haven't checked it out recently. Go support the Weapon Wheel Patreon. And you could also hit the join button to become a member, get some custom emotes and chat badges. And whether you support the Patreon or, become a member of the channel, you get access to the Discord. And if you want to send a video to be featured during the podcast, so you don't have to watch Smoove's gameplay, just send me an email to weaponwheelpress@gmail.com. Okay. We're still at 169, 170. Come on, y'all. Come on.
The like button's like the easiest thing you can do on YouTube.
It's literally so easy, man. It's
that ass. Like they gotta hit 200.
Come on. I believe in y'all. We've been giving, doing this for a long time with y'all, giving y'all quality entertainment for this long. 2 hour After Darks. Come on, we can get 200 likes, right?
Because pretty soon we're gonna be implementing them Jiggy merch commercials if the likes aren't reached.
Yes, sir.
Jiggy merch intermissions. Jiggy missions, we can call them that.
Yes, sir.
Hit up the Jiggy mission.
Yeah, tell you, okay, 185. We almost there. Call your grandmother. You got her on speed dial. Tell her to open up.
Work too. Got a couple people liking that too. I'll make sure to do my work on behalf too.
191. Okay, we almost there. I believe in y'all. I knew y'all could do this. I knew y'all. See, y'all just need a little push. They just need a little push sometimes, and you gotta wait on them. But they get there and they get it done.
Oh, I said 200. 200.
All right. See that? Was that so hard? Look at that.
And by the first hour, it should be at like 500.
That's a fact. Okay, now we can start.
Guys.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. We honestly appreciate it. Okay. Let's start out with some quick news. So, not directly gaming related, but Twitter is going to be rolling out 4K image support. So that does impact gaming because now, now when people send over screenshots, from their PlayStation or Xbox, or if you have your own capture device, you can actually see how these images should look in all their 4K glory. So, and because, people always be arguing on Twitter about the actual quality of stuff. And, it's always compressed, by Twitter and everything like that. But, this 4K image support should change things. Is this nigga making an Xbox logo on the game?
Hold on. Is he?
Oh my, this nigga fanboying even when he playing video games, bro.
Crazy.
Oh, that he is. Look at that.
This game look bored as hell, bro.
That's fun, man.
This is what you play? You're pouring poop on a piece of paper?
This, bro, it was just a small mini game on like this game called Rain on Your Parade. Check it out. I mean, 150 people played it the first week of release on Game Pass.
and the first thing that comes to your creative mind is to draw the Xbox logo, huh?
Yeah, like I created because I wanted to do. I was going to share it to Twitter, but I couldn't figure out how to do the actual. I wanted to like. I thought I had more flexibility in with it, so I just did a regular face, a condom face. That's what
I gotta say. It's moving adaptive controller.
Like, I hate to say this, but like my time is valuable, so like I don't try to play trash games.
This is stuff I play in like middle of podcasts and shit like that.
Wow.
I assume that's on Game Pass Move.
Yeah, it's on Game. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll check it
out. These are like true Game Pass fillers. This type of games and whatnot.
Yeah, we know.
This is why I said that the adaptive controller should come with every sale of an Xbox.
Wow.
Straight up.
Okay. All right. Tales of Arise has got a release date. It's coming out September 10th. And that game is looking pretty fire. I think that's an actual day one, because they, even though I'm not the RPG god, Bond, made up that name for me. That's one RPG I will be picking up day one. It's looking pretty fire.
I'm not. Well, when's the last time the Tales series have been good?
I don't know.
I'll be honest with
It's
you.
been a minute.
The Tales series
extremely mediocre.
Thank you. Exactly. It is like a B tier series. Maybe even
No, it's not even B tier.
You're right. Oh,
more,
you're right.
more like C tier. Like the last good one that was out was probably Vesperia during the 360 days.
I think I beat Vesperia like last year. I thought even that was mediocre. After I beat it, I felt absolutely nothing about it.
Really?
So here's how I feel about the Tales franchise. You know, you call in the Avengers, right? You know, you got like Iron Man, you got the Hulk, you got Captain America, you got Thor. Then you see this nigga Hawkeye. That's the Tales franchise.
It looks better than Persona.
Yeah, it's been pretty light.
It's not. No.
Hey man,
like the characters, like I'll be honest, I can't even remember many characters outside of Tales of Symphonia because I like that game because it had themes of like racism and classism and a lot of other things. But, like outside of that game, like the combat's repetitive. Like I don't know. I just like at one point I was like, you know, I'm nearing the end of the Cold Steel series, nearing the end of like, what's another RPG series I can binge? But like the Tales series has just never been it for me.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Like I was playing Vesperia a year or two ago, and I really didn't understand why that game was getting as much praise and people begging for it to come to the to PlayStation all of the PS3 generation, just for it to be as mediocre as it was. And I thought Tales of Graces was even better than that.
It was mostly for nostalgia purposes because I do remember when that game was out. That was one of the prominent RPG games on 360, so that's probably what a lot of people were referring to.
Okay.
Like even Ys 8, I thought that was a much better, as far as combat is concerned. No, even story, I thought it was a much better action RPG than Vesperia.
Yeah, I mean, unless they overhaul it, no. And I'll be the first to say, like, not Ys. Tales isn't a game like, oh, you're going to play this one and you're going to want to go back and play all the other ones. No, if this one is good, it'll be on a standalone basis.
Okay. Still look fire to me, so I'm going to play it.
It's
next.
just,
What? Why you trying to rain on my parade?
Oh yeah, for the people that don't know, BG's no longer playing Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. He admitted that in the After Dark. So
I'm not doing that. I looked at some gameplay and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. It looks too.
Oh no.
It looks too old and dry.
An RPG for you and
too Japanese for you.
Not to mention they capped it at 30 frames per second.
Yeah, I ain't touching that.
Which is lame. I mean, it's a turn-based RPG, so it doesn't really matter. But still, no PS2 era game should be running at 30 frames on a PS5 or even a PS4. Hell, even a PS3.
Good point.
Okay. So, next, the PlayStation Home trademark was renewed, and this got a whole bunch of social rejects who actually used to spend their time in PlayStation Home excited. But this could just be a regular renewal. It doesn't mean that PlayStation plans to actually bring back PlayStation Home. I hope they never do. I can't believe that. I can't believe people spent time in there. Yes.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that people are actually trying to recreate PlayStation Home in dreams?
Yeah, I bet they did. I can't believe people used to spend time in there, bro.
Quite interesting.
Trademarks, you have to, if y'all don't know, you have to renew a trademark when it expires or somebody else can take it. So pretty much they just doing this. Yeah, this is a preventative measure for somebody taking the name PlayStation Home. I don't think they're gonna bring it back. I hope
they shouldn't.
They don't. I ain't really fuck with it, but
yeah.
They should bring back the White Room though.
We want to use it. Nice.
I mean, a lot of these PlayStation fans now need a pad cell to be, talking to other people.
hey, that's facts. That's facts.
It Takes Two has sold 1 million copies, so yeah. Joseph Forrest is happy about that. It's a quality game, a lot of good reviews, and it's selling well.
Fantastic game, I say so myself.
He
helped save my relationship.
Word?
Well, to a certain extent.
Oh, well, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Well, let's see. Where should I start? Well, I mean, we were all pretty good at the first start, but usually we were trying to find games that more so kind of have like that little whimsical Disney-esque type flair. Mm-hmm. So we played that, and then one thing led to another. We would have more fun than we ever had in the past, 3 or 4 years on a game? Because the one thing I like about it is, of course, I picked the male character, she picked the wife character. and just the different mini games that had us going back and forth. So it was kind of, yeah, it was kind of good.
Okay.
It's-
Shout out to Joseph
I think
Fares.
one that I would say one of the best mini games on there is the Whack-A-Mole one.
Joseph Fares out here helping relationships. Shout out to that guy, man. He
Saving
ain't
them
missed
one day
yet.
at a time.
Yeah, he ain't missed yet, man.
That should be a trademark.
All right. Jeff Kaplan has left Blizzard. He's the guy behind. He's the guy behind Overwatch and I think a few other games from Blizzard. I think he was there like 12 years. They said. I don't know much about him, so I don't really know anything else to say. But yeah, apparently he was a big name at Blizzard. He's left.
Blizzard is done.
Are they? Overwatch 2 probably still going to be played like crazy.
Yeah, man.
Since they merged with Activision, they pretty much been done in my eyes.
Yeah.
What the hell is that noise?
You got a little bit of background noise there, Mega.
Somebody got a
car
sound
alarm.
car coming up.
Somebody's car alarm or something.
I got you.
Okay. All right, let's get into the main topics now. That was just some quick news. Okay, let's talk about Mortal Kombat. This is I think this might be the first time we're gonna like talk about an actual movie as a main topic, but because it's a movie of a video game. I'm gonna give you my quick thoughts on it, right? The best parts of Mortal Kombat were the first 10 minutes and probably the last 10 minutes. Because those were actually the parts with the best fighting choreography. Because there was a little bit of bait and switch that happens, right? And yes, spoilers. If you haven't watched the movie, maybe you shouldn't listen right now. Come back in about 10 minutes. But it starts off with Scorpion fighting some dudes from Sub-Zero's clan. Everybody should know the story by now. And it starts off really well. The fighting choreography, the movement, the special effects. That was really good. It had you thinking like, oh snap! I think they finally did it. They're finally making a proper and good Mortal Kombat movie, and hopefully it stays this way throughout the whole movie. It doesn't. Okay. I like the dude who played Kano. I like Scorpion. I'm not the biggest fan of like the dude who played Sub-Zero. The story was rushed. They didn't really establish anybody's, I guess, origin story or explain a lot. It's kind of like, here are the characters. We have to fight to save Earth. Get the heroes together. These are the villains. Okay, they're gonna fight and kill each other. They really didn't like set up any foundation or any important story beats. It was pretty cheesy. A lot of the parts were cheesy. Some parts were pretty cringe. Yeah, it's which is not saying much. It's better than the other Mortal Kombat movies, that came out in the 90s. Definitely better than Annihilation. Some people feel like the original Mortal Kombat is better than this one.
Yes.
I would say the Mortal Kombat YouTube series, I forgot what it was called, but the YouTube series is better than any of these movies. Yeah, I give it like a 6 out of 10, a 5.5 or a 6 out of 10. Some people were saying it was like IGN gave it a 9. I think they're on meth. Some people said it was like complete garbage. I don't think it's that, but it's very mediocre.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. The main character sucked, but I get that he was supposed to pull you in and get you to understand what was going on.
Right.
The fact that this is what they did wrong. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they did wrong. The main thing they did wrong. Had they have done this a little bit different, the movie would have been better. Because it wasn't necessarily bad, like you said, but it just wasn't great. They didn't. You figure out it's a prequel like towards the end. Like I'm like, yo, what's going on? Where's the tournament? They talk about the tournament. They make you think it's gonna happen, and then as you notice, the time is passing. The tournament never happens.
That's what pissed me off.
It's a right, but that's what's going to piss a lot of people off. They did a bad job of letting you know, hey, the tournament is. Don't look for the tournament because they lead you on, and you're thinking, oh, we're going to get this great tournament in the end, and then you look at the time running and go, hold on, this thing's about to be over. Where's the tournament? And then you realize, hold on, this is just a prequel, and the tournament's a whole nother movie. They messed up right there. That's where they started just going wrong. The movie wasn't bad, but they needed to do a Snyder's cut or something because this thing was starting out great. Like we said, the first 10 minutes, I was hyped. Scorpion versus Sub-Zero was a dope arc, and then they just started showing Cole, and the minute Cole showed up, the movie starts going left from there and just starts getting goofy.
Real quick correction. Real quick correction. IGN gave it a 7. GameSpot gave it a 9. Go ahead.
What?
That's who got paid. That's who got paid.
Did one of those irregulars review it?
Oh man, I don't know.
Somebody who worked on the movie reviewed it. But
you
the
know,
movie,
GameStop, you got a lot of irregulars now.
The movie, Kano, whoever played Kano, he saved like the majority of the middle of the movie because he was funny. But like I said, they did a bad job of just kind of explaining that this was a prequel because they led up to something that never happened, and that left people going, "Well, yo, what did we just watch?" So, you know, the Scorpion versus Sub-Zero part is great, but like I said, the movie would have been good had they have just added a little bit more time to it and did at least like let it end with the tournament starting. You know, just don't have us thinking we're going to see a tournament and it never happens, and then you got to figure out from like YouTube that this is just a prequel. Because I found out on Twitter, I'm like, oh, that's why I thought this was whack. So the movie wasn't that bad, but the main character was worthless. Raiden was a little bit of a letdown. Certain characters just let you down. Luke Kane, what was this Luke Kane character about? I mean, anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, but I'm gonna give it a 4.5, man, just because the main character was just ass.
I'll go next. The movie was trash. The beginning was good with the fight. I'll be honest with you. The only good parts of the movie were Sub-Zero.
Yes.
Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. Sub-Zero versus Jax. Sub-Zero versus Scorpion again. I don't know who this gold-plated motherfucker was. I mean, I'm not very familiar with Mortal Kombat, but I've never seen or heard of this character in a game.
He's a made up tool just for the story.
That makes sense. So let's just make up some MMA jabroni.
Hold on. While you're on that, let me ask you a question. You can explain it to me. Wasn't Cole supposed to be Sub-Zero's kid?
No, it's supposed to be a relative of Scorpion.
It's generations, right? Apart.
Yeah.
A relative of Scorpion, apparently.
Okay, good. Okay, because I'm like, yo.
But didn't know about that. The fact that there was no tournament was just stupidness.
Mm-hmm.
The first of all, I thought it was against the rules to attack other people outside of the tournament.
Raiden said that several times, but they still did it.
And that the elder gods were like, "Oh, you can't do that," or if the elder gods will interfere.
He did it behind their back. He did it behind their back.
Shang Tsung just said whatever, and then they said, "Oh, but the elder gods," and Shang Tsung's like, "The elder gods don't care. They're too busy with their own shit. They don't even give a fuck." So I don't even know what the hell happened there. You know, it got to the point where Shang Tsung said, "Next time, I'm not even going to send assassins. I'm just going to march armies down here." So what the hell is the point of Mortal Kombat if the Elder Gods aren't preventing assassinations and this nigga just said, I'm going to march armies down here? Like he wasn't even scared. He wasn't like, I sent out assassinations because, you know what, next time I'm going to march armies down here. Then he sucked off Kung Lao and killed him real quick, which sucked. I mean, sucked him off hard. Like, Jesus.
They gonna come back. They gonna come back. You know, if there is a sequel.
Liu Kang was just an idiot, and this whole Arcana thing was just stupid.
Yeah, I made up explanation for their powers.
You have to find out your Arcana. Like, huh? Like, they gave Jack. They ripped out my knees and put them on Jack's arms.
Mm-hmm.
That was the worst, though. That his arms.
I was like, they gave him these little ass T-Rex arms. And, when Sonya tried to make him hit that punching bag, that nigga looked like a giant T-Rex trying to hit. I was like, oh my god.
And you know, it's funny. Like they skipped certain things. Like, okay, Jax got those small arms before he got his Arcana arms, right? And they never explained where did he even get the small arms in the first place? Because they were in a temple with monks. I'm like, so monks have metal arms just chilling around in their temple? Y'all not gonna explain where y'all got this shit from? Right. I'm like, all right, bro, y'all got it.
And Cabal was just an odd character. This nigga's running around super speed, but when he goes to hit you, then he's just some regular speed, and Liu Kang just counters him.
Yeah, and I've seen Cabal's personality in the Mortal Kombat games. They gave him Wally West personality in the movie, which is weird.
The gunslinger, right?
And here's one of my biggest complaints. Goro dies before the tournament even starts.
Bro.
He's supposed to be the champion of your tournament, the end guy of the tournament. Like, if you don't beat this nigga, we rolling into Outworld. Outworld is rolling in to Earthrealm and Goldilocks or whatever. First of all, I thought Cole was, or what's his name, Cole?
Yeah, you thought it was Johnny Cage?
No, I thought Cole was Liu Kang at first.
Oh yeah, true.
I did the same thing. I thought the same thing.
It's like, why the hell is Liu Kang doing MMA?
I said the same thing you said.
Yeah,
like,
and Liu Kang look weird.
It's like the disrespect of like somebody like Goro dying to a made up character. I'm like, word.
No, but
this is how y'all gonna do him.
They gave us a clue because when he came into the arena to talk to Shang Tsung, they called him a Khan, so they kind of let you know there. Oh, don't worry about him because Shao Kahn is coming. They gave us the clue about that.
It was very disrespectful, bro.
There was no katana and all that. They gave us clues.
And then Kung Lao killed that Batwoman or whatever, the flying lady. He was like, fatality. I'm like, bitch, shut up.
Yes, flawless victory.
Oh yeah, flawless victory. I'm like, shut up. And then who is this dude with that? Like, who was the dude with the hammer? Like,
yeah, I'm like, is that supposed to be Shao? What's his name? The other one.
That's not Shao Kahn.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, yo, he has a hammer.
That's one of the army. It was one of the army.
But and then like okay. And then Melina, like, they killed her off, like, way too... like, okay, Sonya just comes blast a hole in her? I'm like, oh, come on, bro.
Like Reptile was a good pick for an enemy, but, like, outside of that, like, the bad guys were poorly chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Poorly chosen. Like, I'm not a big fan of Baraka, but Baraka looks good as a menacing bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then... Oh, I'm sorry. The original Shao song is 20 times this dude's Shao song. Like, and like, so they were like, I need to see Shang Tsung versus Liu Kang, and there was no, oh, you killed my brother, now I got to avenge. Like, oh man.
They said the dude with the hammer is Raiko from Mortal Kombat 4. I do not remember him at all.
Yeah, I don't like. They picked like the most obscure characters to be the bad guys. Straight up.
And my thing is like, okay, I'm like, okay, it's cool. This is Reptile, but like, you know, they made him an actual reptile and not like a humanoid reptile like he is. And I'm like, all right, I guess. I guess. Whatever.
And then the whole part where Kano got his Arcana might have been the most cringe, corny part I've ever seen in a movie in the longest.
He got angry, so he got it.
How about you both suck my sacks?
Yeah. No, but that guy saved the movie. Like a good he did. Of that movie. Yeah, he was mad funny.
That movie,
he was hilarious.
If I saw that movie in theaters, I would have asked my damn money
I would have been heated if I was in the theater.
I was like, yo, I want my fucking money back.
For this? Nah.
Straight up. Yo, that movie was straight up booty cheeks.
Straight to DVD fire.
And people on my Facebook are like, oh my God, it's amazing. What the fuck were you watching?
Yeah,
it had good parts.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but like the original Street Fighter movie might have been better than this trash.
Oh no!
Unpopular opinion. I like the movie. Now I agree with some of the shit y'all was saying. It does have some. The worst part of the movie is the main character, Cole. I didn't know who this motherfucker was the whole time trying to figure out, you know, is this a character from the game? And then he get this fucking scale bound armor and start cutting motherfuckers up. So. Cole is fucking trash. I agree with that. Some of the CGI was fucking horrible. Goro didn't like some shit from a Wii game. But other than that, man, you know, the movie definitely got problems, but it's not as bad as people trying to make it out to be. It's definitely not. I don't see where y'all getting all these issues. It's crazy. If this was called Marvel's Mortal Kombat, y'all would be fucking
no. Here go Jack. Here you go, Jack.
If this shit was called Marvel's Mortal Kombat, oh my God, did you see the part when he cut Goro with the knife? And
come on, man. Jack.
Come on,
yes. No.
Yes.
Universe, baby.
Because not everything Marvel has done is good.
Yeah, listen, we call that when like Marvel has like bad scenes. I mean,
but that's my thing about this Mortal Kombat movie though. I feel like people going into this shit expecting some fucking Denzel Washington level perform. Like,
bro, me and BG could have been in that movie and done better acting.
Liu Kang really was like the worst acting I've ever seen.
Even if the acting was bad,
the movie not as bad
even if the acting was bad, if you were just accurate, about like certain things of the Mortal Kombat universe, then it was like they had some Easter eggs that was cool, subtle Easter eggs and stuff like that. Like, I mean, the new Shang Tsung said, you know, the soul line from that the original Shang Tsung said, that was a cool callback.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I got to call out Melon Man in the chat because he said, Jack, you don't play MK like that. Well, Melon, on your Twitter page, you gave this movie an 8 out of 10. Before people complain, you gave this movie an 8 out of 10. Also, MK9, I'm like 3 trophies away from the platinum, or 7 trophies away from the platinum. MK10, I have over, 20 hours? No, what was it? 50 hours? I got some kind of crazy. So, yeah, I do play. And I whoop your ass. Matter of fact, I ain't even own that game. Pull up in it. I'll go repurchase it. I'll whoop your ass in it, Melon. Don't do that,
Mortal Kombat. That's the biggest surprise of my life.
Stop that.
Yo, Jack,
I'm not that good. I'm not that good at Mortal Kombat, but I can whoop Melon Mad ass. I guarantee you that.
And
I guarantee you that.
Cole was like the character that they made up from Resident Evil and made her the main character, and that ruined the whole franchise. What was her name? I don't even know her name.
Mila Jovovich or whatever.
Yeah, the chick that she plays. Like, man, stop making up characters for these video adaptations. It never works well, bro.
They did explain why they added him. They added him as a POV for people who were not familiar with the video game to know what's going on. So he was supposed to be the character there, going through all this shit, stumbling around for you to figure it out. That was for the people who never played the video game.
They setting this shit up for a sequel. You can tell by the way they
But he's considered what they call a POV character.
Yeah.
That's what that's about. I was like, I said the same thing BG said, and it was explaining to me. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I get that, but if I never played the game, why would I be really watching it? But I understand.
Yeah, well,
straight up try. Like, how am I supposed to expect that the winner of 9 Mortal Kombats loses to some dude that just found his Arcana?
Facts.
Like he got beat by Liu Kang or Johnny K, like one of like the top tier characters. Or okay, but like. The winner of 9 straight tournaments just got beat by a dude that literally 3 minutes ago found his powers.
Mm-hmm. When Liu Kang did that bicycle kick, you could practically see the strings on it. See the strings on that bad boy. That bicycle kick was trash, and that get over here. I don't know. That get over here was a little bit weak by Scorpion. It was a little bit weak.
Yep. The crazy thing was to me though was like. Liu Kang wasn't even a main character. He was a side character.
Yeah. I thought he wasn't even going to be in the movie because, like, when I realized, okay, they're focusing on this main character, Cole, that they made up, I'm like, oh, Liu Kang probably ain't even going to be in the movie then. And then he was. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Caught me off guard as well. I thought he was Liu Kang like Bond.
Yeah.
Like, look, BG would have asked for a refund if he saw this in theaters, and that nigga sneaks in for free. And he still would have asked for a refund.
Yes, sir.
So we agreed it's like a straight to DVD type of film.
No, this is straight
absolutely.
This is worse than straight to DVD. This is straight to Game Pass.
I don't think this movie had a big budget, judging by
no, it didn't. They spent they spent most of the budget probably on Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and everything else, you know.
But why did they make Sub-Zero so OP though? I'm like, yo, y'all making it like he's a god. Like, couldn't he be Shang Tsung the way?
I mean, he should be if he was fighting niggas without their powers. That's my whole point.
No, but they just made it. Oh, no one's fighting him by himself. I'm like, yo, bro, y'all gotta stop hyping it
because nobody had powers.
And they skipped the whole thing about Scorpion making a deal with goddamn, what's his name? In hell. And that's how he comes back. And they didn't explain that at all. Scorpion at the end, just like, oh, I'm back. Like how? They didn't explain that part.
The dagger that did it. They tried to say the blood on the dagger and him touching it and cutting him with it was the reason. Like, yeah. You gotta pay like close attention to that part. Because at the end, Cole had to cut him with the dagger in order for him to be released. Because he was like, "Thank you for releasing me." When he cut him with the dagger, and then you hear him say to Raiden, "Oh, I thought you couldn't get involved." And he was like, "When he gave him the dagger."
He's supposed to be able to come back through Quan Chi, I believe. Yeah, I think it was Quan Chi he made a deal with.
This is my issue with some of the shit. Okay, why did Cole go back home knowing he still got that fucking dragon mark on him? And Sub-Zero knows how to find him. Like, why would you go home and put your family in danger, bro? Like, that shit was stupid as fuck. He's an idiot for that.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Go be with your family.
He should have stayed until the shit was over with, yo. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this dude.
Yeah.
Raiden did it to use him as bait, but that they're playing on Raiden in the video game because towards the end when he became bad, he started doing stuff like that.
And they completely skipped on the story beat of it was actually Sub-Zero's brother that kills Scorpion's family, and then Scorpion goes after that Sub-Zero, but it was the wrong Sub-Zero, and all that whole thing.
Well, they didn't. They're not going with the same origin story. You can tell.
Yeah, clearly. So, well, yeah.
Trash.
Those are our thoughts on Mortal Kombat. All right.
I would suggest you watch it, but just understand it ain't what you're gonna think it's gonna be. But I would recommend watching it.
RN Jesus said the man literally grew plot armor. He did. It was plot. He grew plot armor out of his skin. Like, that was insane. Oh my god.
That costume was fucking trash, yo. Oh
man. I thought initially he was going to grow into a full Scorpion costume because he was a Scorpion. So I thought he was about to become Scorpion. I'm like, why did it stop?
Yeah. Because he's an ancestor, you know, Scorpion's his ancestor, so it makes sense. But nope.
Yeah, because they showed him weaving something. They showed him in hell weaving something. So you were thinking he was weaving the rope for him.
And you know what I thought they was going to do in the beginning? I thought Sub-Zero was going to take find Scorpion's child and raise him as his own. I thought they were going to go with that. We've seen that in other plots before, but no, I didn't go that way.
Another thing that bothered me is I guess I didn't have it in this story, but doesn't Sonya hate Kano for killing her partner?
Yes.
Why? She would have been like gutted his ass. Like, for me to believe that Sonya would ever work with Kano does not compute. Period.
Yeah.
Well, she was working with him because he knew where the shit was at.
But I'm saying he was even bragging about all the atrocities that he did. Like, it made it like once they got to where they were going, it made no sense for them just not to whoop his ass and get the information out of him. Didn't make sense.
Kano even being on that team fighting for Earthrealm, I was like, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he ain't Kano, so he get that faceplate, which we gotta wait and see what's gonna happen there. Because he's clearly coming back because he was too good in the movie. They're gonna have to bring him back.
And bro, with the way he was talking about them Asian people, I was like, yo, just call him a pink, but with a C and not a P. But like, he really wanted to say something racist so bad.
Oh yeah, he was being an edgelord in that movie. I was like, I'm surprised they're even saying some of this stuff that they're saying. I'm not mad at it, but you know, with cancel culture these days, I wasn't mad at it though.
Okay. I don't recommend anybody watch this trash. Go watch the original movie and then pretend like Annihilation doesn't exist.
All right, let's move on. Got some other stuff to talk
about.
Hold
up, wait, Smoove, did you watch it?
Nope, I didn't watch it.
About time. The one time he avoids trash.
All right.
I watched some of it.
That's up the memories of the classic movies, though. That's the thing. It's like I'm like a big fan of the original movie.
That's up the classic memories of gaming by cheerleading Xbox.
Shut up.
What are you talking about?
Mega, you were gonna say something?
Oh no, I was saying I watched some of it, but I fell asleep through I think like the Sub-Zero fight, so I don't really have too much to add to that. So I have to go back and rewatch it.
All right. Okay. Okay, good. Let's move on. PlayStation Now, the streams are now getting 1080p support. Before they were 720p, which is disgusting. Now you'll be able to stream PlayStation Now games in 1080p. You can download these games, by the way. But if you want to stream it, now you have that support.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's all we want. That's all we want, man. All we want is effort and an attempt to make the service appealing. That's all we ever ask, man. We don't ask for too much. So it's good news.
Not much opinion from me because I don't use PlayStation Now. So yeah,
I think that's only like I heard only two game streaming services got 1080p right now. So this will be the third one, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, cool. All right, so good for PlayStation making moves, I guess. All right. Where are we going? Oh, and Share Factory can now render 4K 60 FPS videos. I'm guessing it was 1080p before. That was what it capped at.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you post it to Twitter or no?
Of course. I mean, if they support it, yeah.
Yeah, Twitter,
Okay.
YouTube. I think there was IG post you could put on there as well.
Now you got to check because PlayStation 5 is using some weird format for 4K, and it's not supported. So you got to check. And
So
maybe they'll convert that.
the only way to get your video from PlayStation to like your PC, you have to put it on a USB drive first, right?
That's what I do.
Yeah,
No,
flash drive
no,
and transfer
no,
it over. Yeah.
no, not just that. No. You gotta convert it, or you gotta capture it in a certain format. If you capture in 4K with HDR, the format is not it's not a normal format. It's like Web 5 or something like that. It's only a format. But it's
Now, are you sure about this, Jake?
Yes, I'm positive. I just had a problem with this the other day trying to convert some footage.
Well,
Yeah.
now that Share Factory supports, because you still have to like render the video, and it takes just like on like Sony Vegas, for example, or Adobe Premiere, it takes longer to render if it's in 4K, right?
Of course.
I would assume. Okay, but listen, anybody that sends me videos now, for the podcast, I'm gonna need that in 4K, bruh. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to send me that in 4K. I know it's gonna take longer, but I need that high quality. Some of y'all still be sending me videos in 720p, and I be looking at this like ew. So, yeah, please send it in high quality, high bitrate 1080p, or preferably 4K. Thank you in advance.
You know your internet can't handle that.
YouTube stopped accepting 720p as HD.
They stopped?
Yeah, they don't recognize it as HD anymore.
Really?
If you put a video on 720p,
that's considered standard definition now, people.
Yeah, don't say HD on the video no more.
And here Nintendo still releasing games in 720p. Crazy.
Have you guys seen a 720p image as of late? It looks very blurry now.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Horrible.
Yep.
Thought I was getting eye cancer for a second.
All right. Okay. Nier Replicant released this past week. Anybody bought this? Anybody played it? No?
I played it years ago on the PS3, but I'll pick it up. I'm just in the mood with other games right now.
Isn't Nier Replicant very different from the original Nier?
No. It's a remaster, more so of the Japanese version than of the Western version. The Western version was Nier Gestalt, and the Japanese version was Nier Replicant. So in the Japanese version, you were playing as what was her name? Yona's brother, and then in the Western version, you were playing as
Jonas' brother.
In the Western version,
is the father.
Yeah, you were playing as the father because Square Enix thought that the West would be able to relate more to a more masculine father figure than a Japanese, boy running around. So, yeah, I actually prefer the father for Nier. So,
yeah, that's the one I played too. I was planning on picking this one up, but my backlog is already so stacked. I decided to put that one on the back burner for a little while longer. But I am interested in it. I just want to go through and play that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, Chris, if you want to come in here real quick and just tell us about Nier, since it seemed like you played it a lot, you could jump in.
Righteous.
Yeah, because Chris be playing all these games, unlike Blandrew or.
Hey.
What happened?
Yo, about to say what?
I don't want to hear that.
Oh, you went out for a second. I'm just saying, I expected you to play this because it seemed like
I played the game back in like 2012, 2013.
So it's funny. You knew about the original Xenoblade Chronicles before you bought that remaster.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I think Xenoblade is a better game, and I beat Nier multiple times to get all the endings. Xenoblade was just a game I beat one time, and that was it. But Nier I played way more than I did Xenoblade.
Okay. I was looking at Nier Replicant because, listen, I didn't like Automata. I'm one of the few people. I bought it, I played it, and I was like, yo, this is boring. I played like maybe 3 hours, and I was like, this is boring. I was like, yeah, this ain't it. So
It gets really good after a couple hours.
Yeah, games
Oh,
like
man.
those are an acquired taste after a while. It's like a slow burn at first, and then it picks up right around the 5 to 10 hour mark.
Yep.
Chris, what's up, man? Tell us about Nier Replicant. What are your thoughts?
Yo, what's going on, fellas? First of all, shout out to Weapon Wheel Podcast and everybody. Shout out to the chat. But yeah, so I've been playing the game since Thursday night, when it released. And like Blandrew said, it's they're not calling it a remaster because they said it's more than a remaster, but they said it's not enough to call it a remake. They're calling it like a 1.5 upgrade. That's why you had that weird number, that 1.22, because that all rounds up to 1.5. But they've improved the combat a lot. They made it more like Automata, even though it does have its own unique, distinct feel. Like young Nier, he doesn't feel like you're playing 2B from Automata, but it still has a similar gameplay style. I'm enjoying the combat because it seems like there's more variety to it as far as like the different abilities that you get, and you have guard instead of an Automata. It was you usually dodge, right? You will dodge and you have to dodge it at the right time to get the counter. But in this one, you have dodge and you have guard, and if you guard at the correct time, you get a parry, then a counter. And the guard seems a little bit more tighter than the dodge. So definitely a little bit more skilled when it comes to that. The story and the voice acting is great. I love the banter between Vice, Young Nier, and what's her name? Kaine.
Kaine.
Yeah, it's you know, Kaine is she goes off, like she'll cuss you out and everything like that. The music is fire, absolutely. Very important to Japanese RPGs, soundtracks, and everything like that. Overall, I think the game is great. I mean, I haven't played the original Nier. I started with Automata, so I'm going from Automata to going back to see what happens, you know, in the previous Nier or whatever. I'm already seeing where the story links up. So I definitely recommend it for anybody who likes action or RPGs, and anybody who liked the original Nier. I mean, excuse me, Nier Automata. If you started with Automata, you're definitely gonna love this Nier because all of the improvements that they made with the game. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. I'm playing it on hard, and it's not too crazy, but it does take the enemies do take a lot more hits, and they do hurt you a lot more. So, but yeah, I'm already seeing the free flowing combat is absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I highly recommend it for anybody who's into these type of games. So
I have a question.
yeah,
So you said they called it a 1.5 remaster?
they call it a 1.5 upgrade. That's what they call it.
So
you know,
1.5 upgrade, but yet these PlayStation niggas call it a graphical update or remake. This shit crazy.
I knew he was going with this. I knew he was going there.
Crazy.
I knew
Can't
he was
tell the
going
difference
there.
between a remake and a remaster.
yeah,
A one for one, but a graphical update is a remake. But this whole 1.5 is just okay. I see it. Not all companies are scumbags like Sony.
Demon's Souls is a remake, and you're gonna have to get over it, Bond.
Like, here's $70 to shove in your ass. Thank you for buying me that game, though.
It's a remake. You just gonna have to accept this, Bond.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
No, Demon's Souls is definitely a remake. That shit is definitely a remake.
That shit is a graphical update.
If you say so. We're not doing this again, Bond. You can.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we're not.
But
Y'all had it.
I'm probably gonna skip this game. It doesn't seem anything special.
I got a question for Blender since he played the original Nier.
What's up?
Do you like how the improvements, or are you know, but you know how Blandrew is. He don't like no changes at all. So do you like what they did with the changes or not?
I haven't picked up Replicant yet, but from what I played of the original Nier, I got all the endings and everything. I really liked what I played from it. I liked all the gameplay variety. The only part I didn't like about Nier Gestalt was that there was this forest section where it became a visual novel, and if you messed up, you basically had to reread the whole story. But yeah, I always thought the combat of the original Nier was decent. I don't think it was the most amazing thing to write home about, but it worked for what it was trying to accomplish. The story, the characters, the music, and the writing is some of the best I think video games have ever had to offer. So I really think you should give this game a chance, Bond.
No, yeah. The story is definitely.
I got plenty.
Another thing I want to say in this game and in this version, every single NPC, it don't matter if it's like the most irrelevant NPC, every single one of them has voice acting dialogue. There's no text dialogue where you just read. Every single one is voice acted. So that's a good quality of life. for games like this. Even the Automata didn't have that. My bad, bro.
The reason I'm not going to play this game, at least just not yet, is I don't have a backlog, thank God. But there are 25 games in my wish list I need to get to beforehand. And the other problem is there are 25 games in this wish list, but Smoove only about to lose 2 bets.
I knew it.
Wait. How?
What do you mean, how?
He said, how?
Starfield ain't coming out in 2021.
Okay.
Hey, there's rumors about that bun that it still may come out.
And Halo's not winning Game of the Year.
Halo's not getting Game of the Year.
No, I don't think that's getting Game of the Year.
But regardless, Smooth, we need to make more bets, man. Like I'm looking at all these games I want to buy, and yeah, I'm not trying to spend my own. I'm trying to spend your money, not my money.
Stop using Smoove. It's not nice. Stop using it.
Wait, so Chris Righteous.
Yo.
So you remember that little robot that used to
he cut out.
Blanger, you're breaking up badly.
Yeah, he cut out. I don't know what he said.
Yeah, he's still out.
Yeah.
To pal around with you.
So what?
I think he was making a reference to.
He's struggling.
I think
he got what I had 2 weeks ago.
You must be in Brooklyn.
No, yeah, I was saying, you remember that robot that pals around with you in Automata?
The pod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that like the Grimoire Weiss equivalent of Replicant, basically, or?
You didn't play Automata?
I played a little bit of it, but then I got mad at the intro section because it was like an hour long, and then it kicked me out because I was playing on like the hardest difficulty, and I got tired of.
Yeah, I mean, with the pod functions like the same way. Like they have the same functionality as that's where you're gonna do your special attacks and like the shooting from, right? Because it still has like the same shooting. But as far I mean, Grimoire, Vice is definitely more, way more important to the story. The pods are just a pod. Yeah. It's just a companion, right? But Grimoire Vice is actually vital to the actual story of Nier Replicant. And yeah, I would agree with somebody in the chat that says the side quests compared to Automata, they're not as good because they don't add more to the lore and the story. At least some of them do. Some of them do, some of them don't. But I remember in Automata, like there was a side quest where one of the machines explained why there's no day and night cycle in the game. And it was crazy. It blew my mind. But yeah, it's not like that in this one. It's definitely very generic. Find me 10 sheep wools and go over here and deliver this. It's very typical. So the side quests are not as good as Automata as far as like what they add to the world. But other than that, man, y'all don't get any more questions. That's
appreciate that, Chris. Thanks, man, for the explanation.
All right. And by the way, buy Returnal next week. That shit's gonna be good.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that. We got some stuff.
And
to talk
Pokemon
about
Snap.
No, not
Pokemon Snap.
Not that. So a couple of games are getting an FPS boost on Xbox Series. Are these only for the X move? Like the FPS boost?
No. Some of them are only updated for the X. Some are, majority of them are for both. The S and X. There's select few that aren't.
So let me read through these real quick. Battlefield 4 is getting to 120 FPS. Battlefield 1 also 120. Battlefield 5 120. Mirror's Edge Catalyst 120. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 120. Garden Warfare 2 is the same thing. Battle for Neighborhood also 120. These are all EA games, obviously. Battlefront 2, Titanfall 2, Unravel 2, all are going up to 120 FPS, and Sea of Solitude is going to 60 FPS.
Smoove, how do you feel about all these 120 frame games?
I feel like this is a trick question, but I'm going to say I am happy only because it proved my tweets right.
No, it didn't prove you right, because you know why? If it proved you right, you would have won some money.
Shut up. See, yeah, all right. So yeah, that's the only thing. Like, I do, yeah. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, this is very dope. This is very dope, BG. I don't know if you had some additionals before you allowed us to talk, but
no, that's it.
Jack, this is where I go back to my saying when people make fun of me. They're like, remember when Bond's dumbass said even when he's wrong, he's right. Even when he loses, he wins. This is why.
Just move back out of the bet about the 120
frames? This was part of the bet. When I was canceling my bundle of bets that I had with Bond, I
bought them out.
Yeah, and yeah. So but yeah, this is the Xbox now sits at about 47. Series X 47 games at 120 frames. The Series S at about 35. I think PlayStation's at like 12, some shit like that. But yeah, it's cool. I've been playing Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm actually at the end of the game, matter of fact. So, but yeah, man, it's probably the only thing that's about it that sucks though. But just to give you guys a heads up of what's actually going on, developers aren't going back to these games and doing this or anything like that. Xbox pretty much, the Series X is literally fucking emulating these games to do these tricks. So the game is not aware that it's running at a higher frame rate. And because of these are like kind of console tricks that the console is sort of doing it, some games have like a choice, right? So if you enable it on a game like Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5, you're resulting back to the Xbox One version, not the Xbox One X version. So you're looking at like 1080p or sub 1080p at 120 frames per second. So that is the trade-off. Some games have this trade-off. Some don't. Well, some games will allow you to keep both, but it's certain engines. It's really certain engines. And what's the engine that the Battlefield use? Frostbite. That one. Yeah, it's a no. They would have to literally go back to make it back compat plus enhance where it can actually recognize next gen hardware to get the best of the resolution and the best of the frame rate. But since they're not going to go back, since these games are old and they're already working on Battlefield 6, the Xbox is kind of just doing it, and they're doing it with publishers they have good relationships first. So that's why it was Ubisoft in the first batch. It was Bethesda after the acquisition. Now it's EA. I don't know who's going to be the next publisher to do this, but it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I say if you have a Series X, some of the games, especially like the Battlefield games, I would probably keep the Xbox One X version because the Series X at least enhances that by itself to make sure you're getting a lock 60, make sure you're getting a top end of the resolution since they were using dynamic resolutions on the mid-gen system. So you're getting 4K 60 in games like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, Battlefront 2 if you play at the 60 hertz mode.
You know what's funny? Listening to Smoove talk, listening to Smoove talk, you know what he sounds like? He sounds like a PC gamer. That's so
it funny?
It's so funny.
Isn't it hilarious?
He sounds like a PC gamer. Like, this is insane.
You know what's even more funny, BG? When you ask him about, he's like, "Oh, I was just benchmarking those games. Benchmarking games on a goddamn console. Goddamn."
Man. 2 years ago, Smoove wasn't trying to hear about none of this. What he's talking about,
by stupid PC losers and your resolutions and your frame rates.
I'm proud of your growth.
Hell, consoles are damn near PCs nowadays. You just think about the aesthetics and how they work.
The funny thing is, Smoove, you may play at your welfare 120 frames, but I'm at 144.
I mean, what's the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference? 24 frames.
It's a lot.
Not to me. I mean, shit. But like I said, I'm coming from being accustomed to between 24 to 30 frames per second to being where 60 and 120 is pretty common now. So yeah, no complaints for me at all.
Not. Funny thing is that you had all this at your disposal for years and years and years, but you waited like 8 years to be able to play this shit.
Yeah, I waited for Xbox to do it.
Shit is crazy.
Oh man. Okay.
And this is why people call console gamers fucking peasants.
Oh man. More Xbox stuff. So online multiplayer for free to play games is actually unlocked on Xbox now. Because before you still needed to pay for Xbox Live to play free to play games. Now, as of this past week, it's unlocked. You can actually play free to play games for free now. So
yeah. So all these idiots who want to. The funny thing about this thing, a couple things. And I'm sorry to take some time, but all the people that sat there and threw this shit in my face were all people paying for subscription services. or to be paying for PlayStation Plus and shit and Nintendo Online, but they will hold this. They held that thing so high as if they were taking advantage of that feature on their consoles, and they weren't.
But
that irks my damn nerve. It's like practice what you preach. Like don't
Smoove.
sit there and talk all this shit, throw stones at this house, but yeah, you got issues in your own place that you don't want to cover up. But Xbox is bad because of that. Now I'm happy that they did it. I've been able to try it, but I was like, why the fuck am I going to cancel my Xbox Live Gold and my Game Pass and shit like that, whatever, just so I can play Fortnite for free? And I don't play Fortnite at all. Like, I'm sorry.
Smoove, here's the point though. Them niggas complaining got change. You didn't get change. They got change for you.
They didn't get change. The change happened is when Xbox Live was attempting to go up.
No,
that's what made it happen.
No. If nobody was complaining about free to play, they would not have given your asses the free to play. That's a fact.
But the thing is, and then people were asking stupid ass questions. Well, why is it in beta? I thought it was a flip of a switch, and not realizing that third-party developers and publishers designing their multiplayer games, they're designing their games to read Xbox Live Gold as a part of their fucking game. That they couldn't just Xbox to make it free, but all those games that were designed to be like, oh, it has to read Xbox Live Gold. So even if they made the change, it would still try to.
Your argument makes makes zero sense, and I'll tell you why.
Why not, Bond?
In a hypothetical world, if PC gaming required you to pay to play online, and a group of people bitched, whined, and complained to make it go from pay to play to free to play, you know what I would say, Smoove?
What?
Thank you.
I'm not thinking none of these.
That's what I would say, Smoove.
None of these
I would say thank you.
I'm gonna think
my niggas get you guys shit, and you complain and you want to mock them for improving gaming for you.
I'm gonna think myself. I think I had more of an impact of this than PlayStation guys.
All you did was bend over and take it like Zephyrnix.
Like I said,
how's Zephyrnix catching strays?
No, I mean, he can't be doing worse than his hairline, but still, Smoove. You have to understand, like, I don't understand how you're hating on people that did a good thing for you.
They did nothing for me.
Huh?
They did nothing for me.
So free to play on Xbox is not doing anything good.
No, because I'm not giving them that credit. I'm giving myself that credit. They ain't do that. I did that.
You were against it. You said it wasn't a big deal.
No. I was against it, the whole thing with the whole Xbox Live thing. I was against PlayStation people talking that shit because they talked about it as if they
remove these stupid fanboys from your discussion. We don't care about PlayStation fanboys forever. See, here's your problem, Smoove. You're too big. This is crazy to say it. You're too busy counting stupid score in your game of fanboy console war than to what is actually good for you as a gamer. And that's fucking crazy.
For me. How's it?
No, you care more about this console war than what is actually good for actual gamers.
So the PlayStation care more than I do.
No.
Yeah, they do.
They don't. Because I see you on Twitter. I see you on Twitter every day.
If that was the case, they wouldn't be in my feed every day.
And here's the worst part is so they're trash. Guess what? Trash fights trash becomes even more trash. All you did was say you're trash too.
Wise words.
I'll say this. I'll remove the PlayStation from there. I would like to thank myself.
You don't get any credit.
Fan base.
You don't get any credit. Niggas like me get the credit. I want to hear you say thank you, Bond, for saying that companies shouldn't be charging for free to play games. See, here's the problem.
Is going away for the
here's the problem. These fanboys want to whine, bitch, and complain and start these wars. But then when people like me criticize shit, they tell us to shut up. But then when we get the results, Jack, do these niggas ever tell me thank you? No.
Of course not.
Now, if I started complaining to Jim Ryan and Jim Ryan was like, you know what? We heard these people complaining, and you know what? We're going to start making more exclusives. We're not going to put... What would you say to me, Jack?
I'd say thank you, Bond.
Exactly. But do these Nintendo niggas say thank you? No. Do these Xbox niggas say thank you? No. Do these Valve corporate cocksuckers say thank you? No. The people that are ungrateful at the end of the day, just suck dick and smoke pubes.
Okay.
That's
On
what
that
they
note,
do.
Don't apologize, Smoove. Come on now.
Bond is not responsible for this.
We got some more Microsoft stuff. So the talk between Microsoft and Discord came to an end. So at least as of right now, Microsoft will not be acquiring Discord, but the bid that Microsoft put up for them was $12 million. But so crisis averted for right now. Microsoft is not getting Discord. Discord is still a great place to be.
Only 12 million?
Niggas is stupid.
It is 12 million, damn.
12
They could have
billion.
put up more, but I'm sure that's.
Well, you
Oh,
said
you said 12 million. Damn.
It was 12 billion.
Oh, it was billion?
God.
What did I say?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's stupid.
That's a nice
My
chunk of
bad.
change.
Yeah, it's billion.
If they go public, bro, and this shit don't hit, whoo, I'm just saying, they're putting themselves in a position to get sold for cheaper.
Or
No, but that's
Scoop, they're pulling the Dak Prescott, and they want more. They want more cheddar.
Yeah,
12 billion, and then all right, go public, and then, bro, saying if I own Discord, if somebody offer me $12 billion, get the help.
If you owned the Xbox, this shit would be in the ground.
Doesn't matter, bro. The end of the day, if I own Discord and somebody, I don't care who it was, offer me anywhere of $1 billion, I'm taking it because I don't got life is too short to spend $1 billion. So I'll take it in a heartbeat.
I mean, of course, you ain't getting that. It's not like you're actually getting that billion, cash to your pocket. But the company is.
I mean, who made Discord? What? Like, I mean, somebody's gotta get paid. Somebody's getting a payout.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not the whole 12 billion. That's not how it works. I mean, it's going to be a lot of money that they get, but they're not getting it straight like that. But yeah, crisis averted. Discord is safe for now, but talks could, start again later on. We don't know. We'll see. So I got more Xbox stuff. No, I think that's all the Xbox stuff for today. Let's talk about CD Projekt Red again. CD Projekt Red in the news. So CD Projekt Red refunded 30,000 copies out of 13 million that Cyberpunk sold, and so that's resulted in the company losing $2.23 million. Which in the grand scheme of things, yeah, you can make the argument that's 30K copies out of 13 million sold. It's not necessarily a lot, but the percentage isn't a lot, but 30K refunds is still pretty significant. It's not a good look. The optics is not good for it. That's way higher than your average game would get refunded. 56% were sold on PC. That's 7.6 million copies. 28% was sold on PS4. That's 3.84 million. My bad. I was looking at the percentage. And 70% was on Xbox One. That was 2.33 million. Those were the sales. And the CDPR IR account was pretty much bragging about all of this, and they bragged about scamming people into buying their game. That's what was weird about this. It was just a weird flex because they were bragging about this achievement, and I'm like, bro, you need to read the room. This is not cool that you bragging about scamming all these people into buying your game.
I'm glad I didn't buy that game. I'm glad I had my minion buy me that game.
And you know what's real sad about those statistics too?
What?
Oh, but
wait.
Well, no, my bad. But what's really sad about that is because you can just imagine how some of the higher ups are just sit in their office and then they have a quick meeting and then they think to themselves, well, a lot of people asked for refunds, but there was only about 30,000 out of how many millions that they sold. So I guarantee you they're gonna try this again.
Yeah, green light.
Guarantee you.
Greenlit the situation. Yep.
Cause you sold millions of copies and then you had hella people ask for refunds and only 30,000 got the refunds back. Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna try to scam people again. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Damn, do they even consider themselves needing to patch it at that point?
Not really.
They're still patching it slowly. I mean, people are playing this game as it's still in development. Like let's be clear. This is a game that's still in development that sold 13 million. Like this is an early access beta game that sold 13 million. Insane.
The most profitable early access beta.
See, and this is what happens when Microsoft gets advertising rights to a game.
Oh man,
The Witcher 3 was fine.
I still think Microsoft.
So was Sekiro.
The Witcher 3 launched pretty badly. I don't remember what platform, but it launched.
I don't recall it getting all these damn refunds and it
You
being a
played the
major
game.
media blackout. I did play the game. I actually bought it day one. I just didn't finish it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you spent like 20 hours on the game, but you're only like level 3 or something?
Yeah, like one achievement. I got like
what achievement? Oh yeah, he said he quit the game not because it was bad, but because he wasn't getting any achievements.
Yeah, because in my get achievements.
Nigga, do you play games because they're? Do you play BG? If they released The Last of Us Part 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had no achievements in the game, would you still play it?
Yeah, Last of Us is a very stingy game. Like you got to go out your way to get achievements, and like you could beat The Last of Us in the first one at least and get I think 4 trophies or something.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, it's something stupid.
Like the fact that somebody would even say I'm not going to play a game because of trophies is the most the most insert canceled word phrase I can ever hear in my life.
It's okay. Mocha's not here. You can.
Yeah, you already know what I
mean, bro. I don't care. Like this is half the reason why I won't play on the Nintendo Switch. I don't care how good the game is. If they ain't gonna give me no rewards for playing the game, I ain't playing this shit.
Stop the show right now. We got to do a timeout. So you're telling me it does not matter how good a game is if it doesn't have if getting trophies in abundance is not achievable.
Yeah. To be in abundance, you gotta give me at least one. You gotta reward me for playing this shit, right?
The reward for playing a good game is playing a good game.
No, that's not the reward. I still had to buy it. Spend my money on it. No, and so I want to return on my investment.
If I could reach
a digital trophy, that's it.
If I could reach through the screen right now, I would strangle you like Bart Simpson. The reward for a good game, is you're playing a high quality good game.
I have a question for you, Jack Move. Would you rather show a screenshot of time you put in a game or a fucking platinum trophy?
Time
enjoying the game.
That's a very different question.
It depends on the game. Yeah, it depends on the game.
I would say both, but if you put like 200 hours into a game, I would think that matters more than a couple of trophies.
No, it doesn't, because you can get that in the systems now. Like, but I'm saying at least the trophy.
I mean, if the platinum ain't respectable, I'd rather post the time. But
this dude just said he will not play good games. Oh my god,
Jack, get the super chats ready. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But he will play bad. See, you will avoid good games due to lack of trophies, but you'll play absolute dog shit because they have trophies.
Yeah,
and that is why the Xbox brand is trash.
That's not because that's actually not the reason at all.
I'd be hearing all you losers go, "Oh, I got trophies in this random insert dumpster fire abortion game today." But I would have never played him, but it has easy achievements, so I played it on Game Pass.
Nigga Gazio, chew on your balls, all right, and then talk.
What the fuck?
Yo, we got some of the retard. Never mind. We got some of the most really mentally challenged people.
Smoove, you play mentally challenged games just to get trophies.
Bond. No, it took somebody with a brain to make a game. So, at the end of the day, it's my opinion. I've been playing games long enough, and I remember days of playing games and not getting trophies for it. Don't get mad because I enjoy being rewarded for playing games now that they fucking exist. Like,
your reward is playing a quality game.
A quality game that I had to buy. Okay, great.
Yes.
Game. So whether
do you want the
game is rewarding me rewarding myself?
Do you want the restaurant to come out with a trophy for you eating your food? Well, like, nigga, for real? They gave you a good dinner and you enjoyed it and you ate it. Do you want them to give you a fucking trophy?
Like I said, they gotta give me a bit for complimentary service. They gotta give me something. Like, depending on
nigga, they gave you good food at a 5-star restaurant.
All right, and free refills, right? Free refills. That's the achievement, right? So come on, like, everybody.
Wait, Smoove. What makes trophies and achievements so appealing for you?
It gives me an additional incentive to play the game. It makes me feel accomplished that I did something instead of just watching the crowd. But like, all right, that's it. I got nothing to show for it. It gives me something to show. That's all.
Is sprinkling snow over a suburb? Is sprinkling snow over a suburban neighborhood really something to show to somebody? Like,
no,
yo, this shit is crazy.
I mean, you guys can sit there and not get shit for all the time you put.
No, I'm serious. Like, you're talking to your friends. Yo, man, I just got the platinum from sprinkling snow.
Bro, this is what I like. You know, when we're discussing games and stuff like that, and looking over our achievements and looking at the leaderboards, we got something to do. It talk about games that we played. I'm sorry, y'all fucking frauds sit there and use achievements to expose people. Now I can't talk about achievements as me wanting them. You guys want to use them to be able to.
No, we use completed game achievements to make sure people completed the game.
Yeah,
we're not saying you need to platinum a game or get everything. But here's the thing: if achievements are so important, you like to show them off. How come you're not playing the hardest games and getting those achievements?
Yeah, those are the bragging rights achievements.
Yes.
What games? I play
hard games.
Hard game. So I only have to play hard games to prove the achievements. Look, I play a fair amount of games, very, very broad. I'm the most broadest gamer.
No, you're not.
You are broad.
Get the Doom Eternal Nightmare achievement.
So all right. Also, when I get that, then I'm allowed to celebrate achievements.
Yeah. Because look, you see some of these trophies that like people can't get because they're. What was that one game? That one zombie game that Jack was struggling to get the platinum for?
Zombie game.
Like that ice. What was it? Began with like an O.
Don't know.
I don't know. Regardless of which, when you get trophies that people can't get, then I'll see your point about you bragging about trophies. But bragging about getting shit like Snoopy's.
People got that. I'm the only one in the podcast with that trophy.
No, Bond. The Xbox One and Series X has this little feature where you're able to compete with your friends to see who gets the most achievements in a month. The reason I don't bother with a mode like that is because you got people like Smoove just artificially boosting his achievement score by playing random trash.
Yeah, it's like back in college when people tried to keep score about who could fuck the most girls. Yo, it shouldn't be about who could fuck the most girls. It should be about who could fuck the hottest girls. Anybody can go
quality.
Out. Exactly.
Okay.
You fucked the hottest girl, got herpes, and I, and me.
Here's another thing. Why do good-looking girls have to have STDs?
Because you're not the only one that's trying to get them. Some other.
So you don't think these ugly girls are out here doing the same thing, just fucking everything they see?
They say, hey, some of them you can't get.
This is going off the rails.
I mean, one of your members of the podcast, I wouldn't think she's going out there just throwing around.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Just because somebody's attractive doesn't mean they just automatically have some. So I hate to break it to you.
I'll give you an example. You use an analogy of you having sexual intercourse with hot women, right? And I'm like, hey,
you can just say Smoove. You can just say have sex. You don't have to give us the full vernacular.
Intercourse. Can Jack read the super chats now? By the way, we're at 297 likes. There's 671 people in here. Can y'all please just look at y'all screen? Look at y'all phone screen.
We're gonna need 400 before we continue.
Yes, y'all can at least get this to 400, 450. There's 600. It's a 666. I don't like that. Somebody leave or somebody join. Okay, like get off that 666. But yeah, we need more likes. While Jack reads the super chats, we're gonna need more likes. Go ahead, Jack.
All right, we got Ruffle Mutt. He says you're not a real gamer unless you go bankrupt. Okay. We got Spencer Pauly. He said, where did Smoove find these games? The McDonald's dollar menu? We got Tarek Ahmed. He said, check out the Demon Slayer movie, Jack. I haven't even watched the anime. We got Rystar 94. He said, Black Bond hit us with the Kevin Samuels intermission. LMAO. We got Fear is the greatest motivator. Hey Jack, when can we expect Jiggy condoms to hit? Hey man, if y'all in the market to buy them, let me know. I can get my designer on it tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so people can have sexual intercourse. Smoove.
Yes, sir. We got OBJ Jr. He said, BG, this gameplay is trash. Anything but this. We got OBJ Jr. again. Jack Move, can we get your best mocha latte voice? I don't have a mocha latte voice. Anybody? No, I don't. Yeah, man, I don't think I got one, yeah. We got Majin Mike. He said, I'm upset on how they designed Reptile. I agree with that. That was trash. Let me see here. We got the Superior Artist. He says, the animated Mortal Kombat movie from last year, Scorpion's Revenge, is 10 times better than this newest MK movie. We got KW Fang. MKX is a PS Plus collection. You can play each other. Real shit. Hey, Melon, pull up, dog. You're talking crazy. Pull up. We got the Superior Artist again. He said, Jack Move. Your incorrect version of you're wrong. If this was made by Marvel would develop these characters in solo films and then lead to a film of all the characters teaming up. Facts. Ain't nobody got time for all that. We got Flat Fee 1101. He says 720p for 120 frames. Spent money 65-inch TV for 720p. Nah. Oh man, I think that's it. Let me see.
Okay.
Fresh. Y'all get them likes up, man. Make sure that was the last one.
I'm gonna take it. We need 400. Bathroom break time. I think so. We'll take a little bathroom break time.
Yeah,
Hit up on 400.
400 likes. We need them. We need them to move on, y'all.
We got Melon 93. He said Dead Space 1 or 2 on hardest difficulty. Smooth. You won't do it. I've got the platinum in both games. Fuck out of here. We got Matthew Monaco.
Got a 5-head, nigga. Fuck out of here.
we got Matthew Monaco. He said Smooth be stuttering like a fool. Oh, hold on. We got another Tony Esquire. He said I've joined the PC Master Race, and it's an out of body gaming experience. There you go.
Okay.
Get that like button up, y'all.
Yeah. We still need more likes. Listen, listen. I'm not the greatest at math, but there's 675 people. There's 359 likes. So there's at least like two something amount of people that haven't hit the like button yet. Okay. So whatever y'all doing, go to your computer, go to your phone, hit the like button. Please. We would appreciate that. The next topic, if y'all hit the like button, okay, it's going up 367. The next topic that we will touch on when those likes hit 400 is going to be talk about Returnal. Yeah, we can talk about Returnal. We're gonna do our MetaCritic prediction, talk about some previews and this statement from Power Picks about the difficulty of the game.
All right, we got another donation. We got Gamer Greg, my bad. It's 2021, bro. Who plays games just to say I beat it? I agree with Smoove. You beat the game? Show me. Nintendo will never get the hardcore gamer. Okay, we got somebody agree with Smoove in the chat. There you go.
Thank you. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Gamer Greg, man. Shout out to Gamer Greg.
So the fan base that buys their games, the fan base that's selling the most consoles, I don't get that.
Hold on, he said who buys games just to beat them? Is that what he said?
No, he said, let me get to this. He said it's 2021, bro. Who plays games just to say I beat it? I agree with Smoove. You beat the game, show me. Nintendo will never get the hardcore gamer.
What's the point? The point of playing the game is to beat the game.
No, I think he's saying like you're buying it, you're beating it, even though you don't like it. I think he's saying that's what Smoove is doing. Like he's buying games just to say he beat it, but it's not quality and he doesn't actually like the game.
That ain't what he's saying.
No. He's saying like for receipts. He was like,
yeah.
He agrees with me because it's pretty much us getting having receipts showing that we prove to whoever we're arguing with or whatever that we beat the game.
That's what he said.
And apparently those games beat are super low because I saw those Recore, that Gears Hive Buster, so y'all barely beating games over there.
2.3%.
Yeah, it was like
y'all
it was hovering at like 2.3%.
So, like I said, all this Game Pass does is it gives Xbox fans a buffet of trash. They dabble and dibble, but they never get a full meal. Every time I turn on my
game goes into Game Pass, right? That's now all these people starting. Let's say starting the game, that jumps into that count of percentage of players who started the game and not finishing it. So that's sort of unfair.
That happens on all platforms outside the Switch too.
No,
you can just go to the title.
Nah, look at Spider-Man.
On launching the game. So you're saying people just go into the title that they're counted?
Yes.
No, we definitely got title screen gamers out here.
Dr. Trey.
But it count on all fronts. 68% of the people that launched The Last of Us Part 2 beat the game.
Yeah, but the 100% of the people bought the game.
No.
Yeah, but 100% out of the 100% of people that launched the game, 68% beat it though.
Yeah, but they also bought the game.
What does that have to do with it?
So are you trying to make a case?
If a game goes in the game,
you're proving our point.
Yeah, you're kind of making Game Pass.
If you buy a game, I would hope you're more likely to fit.
You are proving what BG has been saying for the past month.
Yeah, but it's not really proving it. It's just that's the nature of the beast. It doesn't.
BG,
everybody that
BG, repeat your point for those that may have not realized it. What you've been saying
about Game Pass?
Yeah, about how these Xbox gamers treat Game Pass. They just dibble and dabble and never finish anything.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Tarek Ahmed, he just pretty much defined it pretty well with his super chat. He said Game Pass is welfare wine tasting. That's how they treat it.
Wow.
All right. Watch.
That's the perfect analogy.
Y'all gonna be hurt. Don't talk to me in the fall. Don't talk to me.
Hurt for what? You know. The funny thing is like I may not eat a lot when it comes to PlayStation, but I know when I turn on that PlayStation, I'm getting a full meal.
Yep.
I'm not eating, a grain of rice here, a piece of a potato here, a string bean here, a pea and a grain of corn here. I have a full meal.
All right.
We need 6 more likes, by the way, so we can move on to the next topic. If y'all could be so kindly to just
people pretty much is ragging on my Game Pass, but not actually finishing a lot of the games that's in them.
Oh, absolutely.
If people were actually utilizing Game Pass and like finishing these games, then yes, it'd be one thing.
It's another analogy is you could describe Game Pass as like Costco samples. People go to Costco, they get them samples, but it ain't what they finish. It ain't what they buy. They definitely don't buy the product or
cheese on a toothpick.
Exactly. They don't want more of the product after they sample it.
All those free samples they be dishing out at the mall, like try some of these free chicken samples and stuff.
Yeah, man. What it is.
Sample gamers.
All right, we're at 400. Appreciate that, y'all. Y'all are so kind. Y'all are so generous.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
So it should be renamed a Sample Pass to the Game Pass.
Pretty much. Okay, Returnal. So we got some the embargo for the previews for Returnal was up this week. So some media members who had access to the game could actually talk about it, give their opinions on pretty much the first 2 levels. It's called the first 2 biomes, I believe. And it's mostly positive, right? And I think this is what this game needed because, most of us were saying like, listen, it's not looking good for this game. Not that we thought it was going to be bad, but we thought it's going to flop because of the $70 price point and that Sony wasn't advertising it enough. But I do think that if it gets like really good reviews, I would say mid 80s or high 80s, it could convince enough people that like, okay, it's $70, but it seems to still be a quality game because a lot of people are on the fence about it. And so, yeah, the previews have mostly been positive. Reviewers are saying that it is a very difficult, it's a pretty difficult game. The first biome seems to be easy. The game obviously gets harder as you progress. But it's mainly positive. A lot of them are saying that they're really enjoying the game. The game is it's good. It's challenging. I do think the level of difficulty will affect the review scores because how these reviewers are. They be struggling in even simple things. And Blessing from like IGN, not IGN. Blessing from Kind of Funny. He said he was saying like, listen, a prayer goes out to all the reviewers playing this game because he doesn't think they'll be able to finish it by the time they have to get their reviews up, by the time the full review embargo is up. So what do y'all think of what's your Metacritic prediction for this game, first of all?
I'm going to go low 78, high 82.
I was saying 79.
So Smoove, you want to bet 80 to 70?
What did you Give me your range.
I would bet that it's gonna hit an 80 or above. You'd better hit an 8. You'd better hit under an 80.
Oh shit.
From
what I heard,
83.
From what I heard from one of the previews, the guy was saying he couldn't even get past the second level. So I'm going 79.
What I think I had said 88 originally. I'm gonna go 86. 86.
I'm gonna go with like I originally said 83, but after like they had started talking about the difficulty, I was like, you know they're gonna take off points for difficulty. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with it's gonna land at like an 80. I'm gonna go with an 80. So and the other thing I'm gonna read this this statement by PowerPix. PowerPix is a trophy guide guy. A lot of people watch his videos on how to like get platinums and stuff like that. He said, I think people are expecting
everybody in this community that watches videos.
Yeah. He said, I think people are expecting a totally different game than what this really is. They probably should have put up a demo for this because the majority of people spending $70 on their pre-order won't even finish the second act. He said Demon Souls and Dark Souls is easy in comparison because you can overlevel there and thereby reduce the difficulty, and you keep your progress between deaths. In Returnal, you lose everything on death or when you leave the game. You can't cheat. You can't cheat it by backing up your save game either because you get wiped out when you exit the game and will respawn at the start of the act. There are checkpoints between the acts though, which help. So pretty much the only way you actually save your progress of the stuff you have is when you complete the biome, right? That's what I'm understanding. And then you move on to the next biome and you keep that stuff. But even if you die in the next biome, you still keep the stuff you had in the first one. Right? That's how it goes.
I don't know.
See, this might be tricky. Listen, for me, it excites me because y'all know I love a challenge. I do plan to live stream it if my internet permits it. Y'all know I'm always up for a challenge. Really, I love really hard games, so it excites me. But I already saw people, the type of people that say, "Oh, I buy games to relax, not to stress out and not to play difficult games." That crowd. I don't like hard games crowd. I already saw them, backing out. So, yeah. I don't know.
What you thinking? What you thinking, Smoove?
Dude, like
first 50 reviews.
When the game come out? When does it go? When does Metascores come out?
The 30th or something.
When does Metascores go live?
I don't know.
I think it's like the 28th or 29th. I don't know.
Shit, dude. All right, you said you want to do first 50 reviews, Bond?
It's the same bet as always. First 50 reviews. Because the way I see it, BG already gave me this game, so it's a free money bet.
The embargo goes live April 29th, 5 a.m.
So 80 or above, I win. Anything under 80, you win, Smoove.
Yo,
I need more time to think about it.
I need more time to think about it. I'm gonna need some advising.
Well, let me read this.
Advising.
Let me read this.
You got to the end of the show to decide, Smoove.
All right.
Let me read this also, what PowerPix said. He said, Housemarque PlayStation Studios didn't do a great job at promoting the game for what it really is. In the trailers and gameplay, it looks like a semi-story-driven arcade-style third-person shooter with maybe a bit of horror and survival elements, when in fact, it's a rogue genre. I wouldn't even say roguelike, because in roguelikes, such as Hades, you have hub areas where you can upgrade stuff between deaths and retain some useful leveling that gives you an advantage on the next try. This doesn't happen in Returnal. It's going to be an 8 out of 10 difficulty platinum and quite an annoying grind for the gold trophies to complete the database in each world, because the game is randomized and it can take a while. So yeah, PowerPix, he like gives a rating, a difficulty rating for each platinum that he does. And I don't think I've ever let me see what he rated the Demon Souls platinum. Because I don't know if I've ever done like a level 8 Like even Demon Souls. Yeah, Demon Souls, he rated the trophy difficulty, the platinum trophy difficulty, as a 5 out of 10. And that's Demon Souls. And he's saying this one is going to be like an 8 out of 10. So, yeah.
I don't. The one thing I do not like about what he's saying about this game, I've played a few roguelikes. I've played a decent amount of roguelikes in my time, and the ones, this seems like it has no sense of progression. Besides the fact that you get a checkpoint after each chapter, which they kind of have to do that. It sounds like it'd be impossible just to run through the game without dying. But there's no sense of progression shit, man. I'm really not liking the way they're sounding, bro. Like, because it's a difference between being difficult and just annoying. I'm gonna wait to see when I play this game, but like a game like Enter the Gungeon, right? I never hit a point in this game to where that's another roguelike game. I never hit a point into that game to where it's like it's no sense of, like, you just have to restart the game every single time. Like, it's either get good or you're not gonna beat the fucking. I don't even know. I know no one who's beaten Enter the Gungeon. The game hard as fuck. But then you look at a game like you said, a Hades, you know, people beat that game because after you beat it, you can't upgrade your shit. You know what I mean? Or something like a Spelunky, where you can unlock the second area. You don't have to go through the whole game again. So I don't know, man. I don't really like what
the media has been saying that, like, even though they're dying a lot, they're like really enjoying the game and it's like addictive. So it seems like it's punishing, but like it seems to have, you know, a grip on them and they can't stop playing it. So maybe
it's gonna have to be addictive if you want to beat this motherfucker. Cause shit, sounding like it's
because you know, I'm excited for it also because it is a bullet hell game, and you know, it's 2D. It's bullet hell, bullet storm, bullet hell, whatever you want to call it. It's bullet hell.
Oh, yeah, bullet hell.
Bullet hell.
And there's not a lot of like 3D bullet hell games, right? Like most of them are like, you know, in a on a 2D plane.
Arcade or on rails or something. Yeah.
So that's, you know, if they do this right, it could be you know, one of those games that turns out to be unique for what it is. We're 5 days away. We gonna see, man. I hope for
now
House
Smoove.
Mark
This sounds like a. Go ahead, BG.
No, I was saying for House.
No,
Mark's
I was saying
sake,
this sounds like
it
a
does turn out well.
I was saying this sounds like a respectable platinum, Smoove.
Yeah, if you're gonna brag about platinums, this seems like something you'd want to play.
Yeah, can't nobody talk shit about Smoove platinum in this. It's over with.
Oh well, hey.
But Smoove, like, oh, it's too hard.
And it's not a lot of trophies, but it's, you know, the ones that are there is just hard to get.
Yeah, man.
5 days, y'all. Support House Mark. Support this game if y'all interested. Don't be
Does
cheap.
Sony own Housemark?
Nope.
No.
Are they? What kind of developer are they? American, Japanese?
They from ain't they like Norway or some shit? They're from Norway, I think.
Yeah, they're over there somewhere. Those lands.
Finland, apparently. Finland.
All right.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna see how it turns out in 5 days. If Amazon orders are, you know, and a lot of stuff is digital, so you can't really use Amazon, you know, orders as I guess as an indicator. But it was like I've seen it like in the 40s, 50s, you know, 80s. It's going up and down as far as like where the pre-order demand is. I don't know if that's a, you know, good indicator though. As I said, we're gonna see. We'll know if it flops. We'll definitely know if it flops.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, we'll know not too long after. All right. Moving on from that, the DICE Awards happened this past week. Let me open this list and I'm gonna read the winners. All right. Okay, Game of the Year went to Hades. So the nominees were Last of Us 2, Hades, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Animal Crossing Horizons. And as I said, the winner was Hades. Outstanding Achievement in Game Direction nominees: Ghost of Tsushima, Half-Life, Alex, Kentucky Route Zero, Last of Us Part 2, and Hades. And the winner was Hades. Outstanding achievement in game design. It's pretty much the same nominees, and Hades won again. Action game of the year. Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Marvel, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Neo 2. Hades won again. Hades just doing a clean sweep. Adventure game of the year. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Kentucky Route Zero, Last of Us Part 2, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, and Ghost of Tsushima won that. Family game of the year. Animal Crossing, New Horizons won that. Fighting game of the year, Mortal Kombat 11 won. Racing game of the year, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit won. RPG of the year, Final Fantasy VII Remake won. It won over Cyberpunk 2077, Persona 5, Wasteland 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Sports game of the year, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remaster won. Strategy and Simulator game of the year, Microsoft Flight Simulator won. Got outstanding achievement in art direction, Ghost of Tsushima. Outstanding achievement in animation, Last of Us Part 2. Best online game, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Outstanding achievement in character, Miles from Spider-Man 1. Best original music, Ghost of Tsushima. Outstanding audio design, Ghost of Tsushima. Technical achievement, Dreams. Outstanding achievement in story, Last of Us Part 2. Well deserved. And lastly, outstanding achievement for a independent game, Hades won again.
You know what I noticed about that list? There's a lot of awards for PlayStation. How many did you guys count for Microsoft?
Well, I counted
Flight Simulator.
Yeah, Flight Simulator, that was it.
Don't worry. At next year, it's gonna be.
Wait to E3. Woo!
What's coming out next year?
No, the games that are coming out next year is gonna be all awarded all next year. The games that come out this year.
Yeah, we've been hearing that same line since like 2015.
All right. Well, this year is coming into fruition.
You know what? I can't wait till these awards come because there's money to be made off these awards. I'm telling you that now.
The only Xbox game coming out this year is Halo, correct?
Say that again.
The only Xbox
Grounded's coming out this year.
Yeah, no,
man, cut it out.
Here's the games. All right, just mark my words here. Now, no official announcement, but we got Halo Infinite. We got Starfield because I got a bet riding on it.
That's not.
And we got Forza Horizon 5, which is likely going to be the best racer of the year again. And then you got Psychonauts that might surprise somebody. But even though it's technically multi-plat, Xbox is still going to get credit for it. But yeah.
So
and in Grounded,
is Forza even confirmed for this year?
It'll be confirmed in about 3 weeks, bro.
So you have 2 unconfirmed games in your lineup.
Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do until that shit happens.
I gotta do.
Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
Crazy.
Boy, wild. Okay. Let's move on from that. Just got a statement from Herman Hulst, head of Worldwide Studios, regarding, the status of PlayStation and its games. He says, I am very interested in creating a diverse slate of titles because, PlayStation has been under some scrutiny lately about, the lack of diversity and, everything, regarding that and that article that Jason Schreier wrote about their obsession with AAA games. So he said, I am very interested in creating a diverse slate of titles. Actually, the shape or form that they come in are less interesting to me than the fact that they are different, diverse, and distinctive. I think that games that we make are as distinct and diverse as they can be. From Sackboy to Astrobot to Dreams, these kind of games are what you're referring to, like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. And you can bet that we will carrying on making these games because they are the heart and soul of what we do at PlayStation Studios. But at the same time, we are just as committed to making these quality experiences as as we are to experimentation and to coming up with fresh ideas. So that's obviously in response to, PlayStation making, the same type of games as people claim, and, the lack of diversity and them only focusing on AAA. So that was his response to that. That they're still going to experiment, they're still going to create diverse games and everything like that. Jack, does that make you feel any better?
Well, the way I view it, I really don't listen to shit Herman Holst or Jim Ryan has to say. I look at their
Thank you.
I look at their actions. Their actions this week, I've been pleased with most of PlayStation, if not all of PlayStation's actions this week. Prior to that, I can't say the same. So going forward, I just respond as they do. I mean, so far, we'll see, man. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell with all this shit.
Let me follow up with this statement from Jim Ryan. He said, "We have been quietly." Jim Ryan. We have been quietly but steadily investing in high quality games for PlayStation. And we will make sure the PlayStation 5 generation has more exclusive software than ever before. What do you think about that?
We'll see.
That was enough to make a lot of people that was, popping, like talking their stuff, change their mind. So.
Yeah, I don't know. PS3
straight cat.
A little bit, but we'll have to see.
PS3 had a lot of exclusive content. I don't know, man.
And PS2 released more exclusive games, more exclusive first-party games than even Nintendo's consoles at the time.
I'm saying it's been another.
I was saying another reason I doubt that is because with the whole thing with the Japan studio, since they're not focusing on like AA games like that anymore, and now they're going more towards like the Hollywood blockbuster AAA. I highly doubt they're gonna be able to fill that niche. So I think this might be one of their slim generations for that, actually.
When it pertains to Jim Ryan, you kind of just have to ignore everything he says and just look at his actions. Like, he came out there and said PS1 games are trash. Who care about these games? They're ancient. Then he released a PlayStation Classic. He said the PS5 would be, they believe in generations. Then all those same games are coming to the PS4. He does, even with the PlayStation Store, nobody's using, well, he didn't say nobody's using it, but they were trying to kill that off, and then he brought it back. So this is just one of those moments you're just going to have to wait and see what exactly happens. I don't believe a word he says.
So
I agree.
My thoughts on this is just that it seems like he's talking about like third-party deals. That's what I'm thinking this is, because he said exclusive software, and obviously he can't mean first party. He can't mean all first party. He's got to mean like, yo, yeah, we just gonna make a whole bunch of third-party deals with these third-party with these devs, and have them timed, make them timed exclusive on place. That's all I took from it. I don't think he's necessarily lying about this, because I mean, technically that's what they did last generation.
And he's got a console to sell. You think he's going to say, hey man, in the PS5 we're just going to be dialing back on exclusives, we're not going to do what made the PlayStation so great in the past? He's going to try to sell it to you.
I hope I hope they are aggressive. I hope they do get like a lot of exclusive content, whatever method they use to do it. Hope he's not lying about this one. But we'll see. With that statement, we got news that PlayStation will be publishing a game by Firewalk Studios. So Firewalk Studios is going to be a AAA exclusive multiplayer game, and y'all know those words make me horny, right? Y'all know those words get me in the mood, right? AAA multiplayer. I love hearing those words.
Yo, right? What happened to the last PlayStation multiplayer investments?
Yeah, exactly.
They were trash. They were trash. And
exactly.
But that's why I'm worried, because yes, they funded Trash All Stars, whatever that game was called, Trash All Stars. Also helped publish Predator, trash.
Yep. Lawbreakers.
They helped with Lawbreakers?
Yeah, that was an exclusive to PS4 and PC.
But I don't think they published it. I think that was just what's his name's choice. I don't think they published it. I don't think they had anything to do with that. I think what's the name just had to choose two platforms for it to be on, and I think he just chose PlayStation and PC.
Okay.
I don't think like PlayStation had anything to do with that. I don't think they did, at least. But yeah, so I'm excited about this, but I'm also concerned because PlayStation's recent track record of what multiplayer games to fund. Because yes, I've always been complaining that PlayStation isn't providing enough exclusive multiplayer games, and they are completely reliant on third party, which in my opinion is not okay. Even though a lot of PlayStation dudes, was, attacking me for it and just, play Call of Duty and all this stuff. I'm like, but EA isn't charging me for online. PlayStation is charging me for online. So if you're going to charge me for online, at least give me some actual online games to play that you are at least funding or you're making. That's the whole, it's the whole principle of the matter. But yeah, as I said, Firewalk Studios, it was founded in 2018. So they don't have any other games. No, they don't have any other games. This is pretty much a new studio. This is pretty much a new studio that's being directed from Halo. It's Halo, Destiny, Apex Legends, and Mass Effect developers. So it's developers from all those games.
It's going to be a first-person space shooter with some bullshit. Okay.
It's absolutely going to be a first-person shooter. Because even though, like, the last game, like I said, there's developers from Mass Effect. If they're definitely going to make it first-person if the majority of the developers, or at least the people in charge, are from Halo, Destiny, and Apex Legends, it's probably going to be first-person. Even and I prefer third-person shooters. But listen, PlayStation has starved me for multiplayer games, so I'm willing to take anything they give me right now.
You don't even like any of those games, do you?
No, I don't. But that's how starved I am. I'm thirsty.
This shit about to be ass. I'm just gonna put it.
I don't know. I like Halo. I do like Halo multiplayer. I think Destiny's trash. I think Apex Legends is boring, and I don't like Mass Effect. So I have no reason. I have no reason.
Yeah,
because it's. Listen, I just told you. Hold on, I just told you. I'm thirsty and I'm deprived. If you in the Jack, if you in the desert, right, and you ain't had nothing to drink for a long ass time, and you just come across a bottle of water, and you see some dirt in that bottle of water, but you ain't had nothing to drink in mad long. You ain't gonna get what you gonna do? Nah, I'm too good for that bottle of water right now. I'm thirsty.
Jack, if Platinum Games developers EA, Ubisoft, and Activision were working on a PlayStation game, would you be excited?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I am thirsty for a multiplayer game.
Hey, I hope it work out for all of us, BG. I hope the game lit.
I hope so too. This brother's starving. All right, you heard it here from me first. I am desperate, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Right now, by the way.
What?
Jimmy? Jimmy here? What that?
No, I heard him say Ubisoft. I don't know why he threw Ubisoft in it. You got Rainbow Six.
Developers Jack doesn't really care for. I'm making a game and then suddenly get excited for it. Is my point.
Jack lost interest as soon as he heard first person.
And here's the thing: I'm not excited about who's making the game. I'm just excited that it's multiplayer because they know they are lacking in that realm. And they need to do something about the lack of multiplayer games on PlayStation. That's what I'm excited about. I'm not excited about who's making it.
They need to make Gotham City Imposters. We need another one of them.
That was a great one. Yeah,
I fuck with that game. We need another one of those. Get to it.
Well, and
they compare you to Smoove and Bethesda right now, BG.
Nah, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's y'all reaching with that one. Y'all reaching. But listen, this game is very clearly in early development. We're not going to see this probably for another 3, 4, 5 years.
They did that with the Jay Raymond studio. I don't like how they keep doing that.
And the PlayStation VR too.
That's what I'm saying. They doing these announcements mad early. Leave that shit in the stew, man. Just come back when that shit ready.
We need games out here, bro. It's bad this year. They gotta start telling us something. It's bad.
They still ain't showed other games they didn't promise the shit. Where Horizon, Forbidden West, and God of War Ragnarok at? Fuck this bullshit. You talking about Firewalk Studios? Don't give a fuck about that, man. Show that real hotness y'all so committed about. Fuck all that other dumb shit.
More with PlayStation. Sony has reversed the decision to shut down the Vita and the PlayStation 3 store. So now all of you who are complaining can go back to not using it.
Tell people like BG, thank you.
Y'all can go back to not using something y'all cried for. Y'all welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Blandrew,
You're welcome.
Blandrew, we
What
did it,
did you
baby.
do?
Baby, 2,200 games, baby.
Hey, Blandrew, we did it, baby. Yes, sir.
Yeah, me and you did it, Jack. It wasn't BG.
Oh, you're right. My apologies. You need to be telling people like Jack, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I made it.
they're listen. You know what they're gonna go back to ignoring that the PlayStation Store, the PS3 store, and the Vita store even exists. That's what they're gonna go back to doing.
I know. No, a lot of people I know they have been even before this announcement came out. I know a couple of people that have been buying more and more PS3 games, Vita games. I have been saying that.
This
Now,
is
you know
no
what it was,
different.
Jack, real quick, let me say this. You know what did
What's
it?
up?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what the trigger was that made them do this. Once they heard that word, oh, yo, emulators? Yeah, when they heard they was getting ready to get
start
married,
hacking the shit.
Yup, they was like, yo, put that back on the market.
This is no different. This is no different than when a child gets a toy, and you know, in a few days they're done with the toy, so they toss it to the other side of the room, and then the mother comes in the room and takes the toy away to give it to somebody else, and now the kid is crying because they want the toy. Like you never cared about it. You threw it to the other side of the room, but now that it's being taken away, now you care. That's the same thing with these PlayStation dudes. Ain't no different.
I bought. Matter of fact, I went to what I go to? I went to a gaming store the day they announced this, and I still purchased a PS3 game. So I'm still buying my PS3 game. I'm trying to get my collection right. Hopefully, getting the PS3 this upcoming week. So yeah, man.
Grown ass man collecting games.
And Jack, have you seen those prices now that we've got this news?
I know, bro.
Did they adjust? They went down or up?
No, they still crazy on certain games though. They still crazy on certain games. I'm trying to get.
Oh yeah, all the exclusives. Yeah, you're right. But a lot of third-party joints are still like what, 3 cents, $10, something like that.
I damn near hopped off the porch on them fucking Ratchet and Clank cracking time, bro. I was about to buy so many copies of that shit, bro. I'm so glad I ain't do that.
Mm-hmm. But now it's like $30.
Here's the thing, right? So when PlayStation decided that they were going to shut down the stores, right? Yeah, I don't think they looked at the numbers and the statistics of how many people were purchasing stuff before. Don't you think they did that before they made the decision? And don't you think what they saw is that like the store was completely dead and nobody was using it?
It wasn't active.
Well, another reason people don't buy shit off of there is because you got the way they did the store. You cannot access the store on the web browser anymore. I don't like that.
I was trying to buy games. I was trying to buy games about 2 weeks ago, and I kept getting kicked out from the store on my PS3.
Oh yeah, and it's a glitch. It's a glitch on the PS3 store. It's a certain way you got to add your shit to the cart, and like you got to tap it twice to check out. It's fucked up. It's glitched. It's broken. So that's.
I would have kicked your ass out the store too, though, Blandrew.
They weren't supposed to. Yeah, when they heard emulation was running rampant and they was getting ready to get busy, that's when they came out with it.
They changed their minds, man.
Well, I'm glad this reversal makes you frauds happy, even though you're not going to use it. Besides Blandrew and Jack,
yes, sir.
The rest of y'all ain't using it, so yeah, y'all can go back to faking.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Okay.
Now, Jack, I have a quick question for you.
What up?
How come they were able to see the outrage for the PlayStation store, but they didn't see anything for games going to PC, allegedly?
You know what? I thought about that when they reversed the decision. That is a great fucking point because Jim Ryan know good and goddamn well he saw the outrage for fucking Horizon going to PC. He full of shit. That's why I don't listen to this dude say, "Oh, there was no adverse effect of outrage." Shut the fuck, like, bro. People, he's so full of shit, bro. I can't stand that dude, dog.
Bro,
he know good and goddamn well he saw that bullshit.
This is a money thing. Once money's involved, they'll get active. Like I said, they saw that their games were getting pirated. They came out with a solution. If it's about money, they'll get active quick.
They shouldn't even see that, but they open up a can of worms with that shit. shit too, though, because there's a lot more people getting into hacking now because they found out about that shit from that announcement of them closing the store down.
Exactly, and now they're like, hold on, because they're opening the door they don't want to open.
Oh, I can get this shit for free. I ain't got to pay for it. Oh, word. Like, bro, just dummies, bro. Like,
and they needed some good news because they started getting killed about that CCOM. So they had to do these.
Well, the CMOS battery or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Resident Evil Village spoilers are reportedly leaked. So for those of you who care about spoilers, be careful on the internet. All right. I can't relate. I don't care about spoilers. They don't bother me. So, I don't got to worry about shit.
there you go.
Asshole.
I could just prance and gallivant around Twitter carefree. The rest of y'all got to tiptoe.
Hey, listen, Resident Evil's cover alone is a spoiler, so just don't touch nothing. Just go play the game. Don't touch the box. Nothing.
I gotta buy that phone.
So here's an interesting rumor.
Smoove, you getting it, Smoove?
Getting what?
The new Resident Evil.
Oh no!
No.
If it was going to go on Game Pass, I would have. But nope.
Always Game Pass.
And that's the point. Niggas now ain't buying shit unless it's on Game Trash.
Nah, there's games I'm willing to buy outside of Game Pass. Resident Evil ain't one of them.
What's the last game you bought?
The last game I bought was Judgment, which was like 2 days ago. I just haven't started it yet because I'm finishing.
Wait, Judgment as in Yakuza?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you buy Yakuza Judgment? You never beaten a Yakuza game.
Because it's not a Yakuza game. I know it's on the same engine and whatnot. I've just been interested.
Judgment is definitely a Yakuza game.
I know it's in the same universe, but like
that's a PS4 game, right?
Yeah, they got the PS5 upgrade just came out.
Oh, wait.
I've heard it's got more reading and talking than
Judgment
even the Yakuza games.
Definitely a Yakuza game. It's just a side story.
Well, they got HBO.
Yeah, because I got that game and I didn't open it. I'm mad. That's why I'm asking. I actually never opened that game.
Oh, you bought the PS4? Oh yeah, they got a PS5. Oh yeah, on PS5. There's no free upgrade. You got to buy that whole thing all over again.
Oh my god, that's why I'm asking. Jeez, they got me. So they got me. All right.
I mean, the upgrade free on Xbox?
It's not on Xbox One. That's the first time I'm hearing it on Xbox. So it's only on the series. Yeah.
Okay. So
wait, so you played Yakuza though, right?
He dropped it.
I dropped that shit. Like a bad.
So what was it?
Too much talking, right?
What was it about Judgment that just made you so much more interested when they're more
dropped that
the same thing?
It came out a couple years ago. I watched somebody was streaming it on Mixer, and I was like, "This looked kind of interesting." And I meant to buy it on the PS4, and then once I saw that they were dropping it for the Series X, I was like, "You know what?" No, once I heard rumors that it was coming to Xbox, I held off, and then once I heard that it was coming to the Series X, obviously, then I was like, "All right, fuck it, I'll just buy it when it comes out." So I bought it.
Anybody want a PS4 copy?
No, man. So Resident Evil 4 is an interesting rumor with this one. So there's a rumor that PlayStation is blocking Resident Evil Village from launching on Game Pass, right? And so listen, take this with a grain of salt. So they're saying that PlayStation is pretty much putting a Game Pass clause in with like contracts in their contracts, like with this would be with Capcom, for example, and it's like a clause in the agreement that says this game cannot launch on Game Pass for like a year or something like that, right? And somebody found this document, and they claim this is like the agreement or the contract. And this is like supposedly Sony's way of like countering a game going to Game Pass day one. For example, this would be something they would have done with MLB The Show, because that was a bad look for them. MLB The Show pretty much being more or less free on Game Pass, but PlayStation users had to pay $70. Once again, this is not confirmed. This is just a rumor that this Game Pass clause exists.
Didn't they get debunked already? Because you remember, I think this rumor started. They said that PlayStation paid to keep Monster Hunter World off PC for like extra time or some shit like that.
Yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily believe any of this stuff. There's been a lot of like rumors, Sony is doing underhanded bad anti-consumer things. And I'm like, I
You know
don't
what, though?
necessarily believe none of this.
You know what? That's first of all, that's a great idea. Action, they should start doing it, and I don't think it's underhanded at all because Steam does the same. Steam got a parity clause. If you release your game on a
Epic.
different, if you release your game on Epic, you got to release it within 30 days. If you release it on Epic, or you can't put it on Steam at all. Microsoft last generation had a parity clause. The PlayStation
indies.
version could not run with indie game. So.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. PlayStation, if they're not doing that, they should definitely start. It should have at least 6 months to a year exclusivity of not being on Game Pass. Perfect. It's all fair and love and war, man.
I don't think it's a bad idea, but I don't think it's true. And okay, at what point would Capcom, for example, have signed this contract or this agreement with PlayStation? When would this have happened?
Last year probably. Last year.
But I don't think that makes sense because I don't think Sony was that forward thinking. And
why wouldn't they be? You'd be bad in business if you're not forward thinking.
Because I don't think PlayStation was really feeling I don't think they saw Game Pass as a threat until maybe really the beginning of this year.
But you got to think about it. The stuff that happened this year was finalized last year, though.
Let me chime in and say something, because I remember when David Jaffe was here, we had that conversation. Something similar to this. Sony would be doing this for a reason, and I think the reason that they're doing that is because they're getting ready to do the same thing, and they're going to release something like it. So they're slowing them down. That's all this is. This is just a slow Game Pass down because it's getting bigger than they expected it to. So I think they pre-saw this because they were getting ready to do it too. So this is.
I'm contacting publishers during prototype phase, and
I think it might be true. I think it might be true. It's a way to
say that again, Smoove.
If I'm Xbox, I'm contacting publishers during the prototyping phase before they can even formulate a contract for marketing deals, just to be like, hey, what you got working on? We pay you this for Game Pass, regardless.
But that's not going to happen on a game the size of Resident Evil, though.
No, well, Capcom is pretty much in bed with Sony anyway, though.
And Nintendo. Capcom sells more games on Nintendo than everything.
Yeah, so I could see them being more friendly with PlayStation than Xbox on that deal. That's why I think it might be true too. But I think Sony's just trying to get themselves in position to do the same thing. That's all. That's what I think it is.
Yeah,
you're gonna see a PS Pass or some shit like that coming.
Do you have?
It's definitely coming.
Do I have the video pass thing?
No. I was going to ask about the iOS and Windows Cloud.
No, I don't know anything about that.
xCloud is it's out for Xbox Ultimate members. Got an invitation to xCloud to try it on your Windows browser. You can use Chrome or Edgeum, whatever they call it, and then on iOS you can either use Chrome or Safari. So now you can play games on play xCloud on iPhone. I just tried it. I got my clip. And the joy is pretty responsive.
Right? Yeah, smooth, right? Mm-hmm.
Pretty responsive.
Okay.
Pretty responsive.
Okay, cool.
And it looks good.
All right, so we don't know if this game. I'm just really skeptical about anything I read, from these, because all these dudes want to be insiders. So I'm just skeptical. I don't be believing most of this stuff. There was even this report saying that a whole bunch of publications were reporting that Bluepoint were working on a PlayStation exclusive, right?
Oh yeah,
based on a LinkedIn profile that says we're working on a game. So I'm like, it says we're working on a game. The media reports Bluepoint is working on a PlayStation AAA exclusive. I'm like, even though that's likely because of the past, where does it say that in this LinkedIn profile that they're working on an exclusive? So I just don't be believing nothing nowadays, man.
You know what that is? That's just trying to get traffic. They just jazz it up a little to get some traffic.
Yeah, they be embellishing. Yeah,
that's spice on it.
All right,
embellishing.
What else we got? For anybody who still cares about Avengers, there's this event. This event, the Tachyon Anomaly, is going to allow you to use duplicate heroes. So before you couldn't, if you're playing online, if somebody picks for example Cap, you can't pick Cap. Also, you have to pick a different Avenger. Now you can during this event, you can have 4 Thors, 5 Captain Americas, 4 Iron Mans, whoever. You could have duplicates now, because I think that's something that people who've been playing said that
weird
that annoyed them is they weren't allowed to pick duplicate characters, but at least for this event, you're going to be allowed to.
Yeah, because if you level up a character to 150 and somebody else picks that character, you can't pick it. You might have the more stronger version of the character.
Would you want to be playing with somebody got an all duplicate? That would be weird.
Listen,
it's jarring. It looks weird. It looks weird.
Imagine a Ninja Turtles game where everybody could pick Michelangelo. Like that would look crazy as fuck. Like
Jack,
I don't know.
Right, and they already proven that they were right to not let people do it because there's literally like 4 and 5 Captain Americas. You ain't even supposed to have 5 characters.
Yeah, I couldn't play that.
They're trolling it now anyway. They're making them right.
I
already seen it. I'm like, look at this nonsense.
Yeah. PlayStation is sponsoring Asobu, which is a community hub for indie devs in Japan. So I guess PlayStation is technically still supporting indies. Pretty much all this news that happened this week with PlayStation was them answering like criticisms from the week before. Yeah, it's very reactionary.
Exactly. But look though, this proves this whole last week of nothing but great PlayStation news proves that they listen to the community. We've been talking shit about them all this time, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after a year and a half of being silent on all this shit, oh, we're supporting indie devs in Japan, and we're supporting this new indie dev multiplayer. Okay, bro. Listen, when all y'all be saying we need to stop bitching and complaining, you see what they got us. Now we get news. I fully believe Twitter and YouTube, people being outspoken about shit they do not like, it works, people. It's been proven time and time again this year alone. PlayStation Store reverting back, Microsoft not increasing the price of live. So all y'all dick eaters that want to be quiet and just let the shit happen, we not finna do that, bro. We not finna do that, bro. You see the shit can change. Fuck out of here, man.
They announced like half of this stuff in one day also. Like it wasn't even over the course of like the whole week. It was like all one day.
Exactly.
My stance is I still don't technically care. I still don't care, but
everything except games going to PC though. That's not changing.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Jack coming at him.
That's
him, Jack.
Hey, man. There's nothing wrong with speaking of what you don't like, man. That's all.
That's all we've been telling Nintendo and Xbox fans for the longest. If you want something, speak up for it. Now it's Sony's turn. Sony guys' turn to do it.
Yeah. I think this is the last piece of news we got. Yeah, it's just Battlefield news. So we're gonna get a Battlefield reveal pretty soon. They put out a blog post. It says 2021 is an exciting time for us here at DICE, working with more world-class developers within EA. We have our biggest team ever on a Battlefield game for console and PC. Our friends at Criterion and DICE LA are working with us on our shared vision for the game. While the team in Gothenburg is taking technology to the next level. Yeah, there's a place called Gothenburg. There's a place called Gothenburg. Is taking technology to the game to the next level. We are creating this jaw-dropping experience for you to enjoy later in 2021. We are in play testing mode right now, polishing, balancing, and making the best Battlefield game we can. Game-changing destruction, massive battles, you know all this stuff. There's going to be a reveal pretty soon. They didn't say exactly when, and they're also working on a Battlefield mobile game. So yeah,
I will say this: I'm proclaiming it. Bond is coming back to multiplayer, so BG, I don't want to see no ducking like you did in Dragon Ball.
Oh, bro, listen. I'm there day one for this Battlefield. I'm there.
Okay. I can't say day one. Maybe day 2, but you know how these dudes these developers becoming day 1.
True. I wouldn't put it past. See, I wouldn't put it past this game launching broken. I'm hoping against it, but I don't know, man. Like anytime you get hyped for a Battlefield game or one of these games, and like something go wrong, man. Something go wrong day 1. I'm hoping it's smooth though. I'm hoping we're coming back to modern times and everything like that. Modern guns, modern everything. It's next. The rumors are it's next gen only. It doesn't seem like it's going to be on PS4 and Xbox One. So I'm hoping for that too. Oh, I'm looking forward and I'm hyped for this Battlefield, Jack.
I was
oh man, you both okay? Okay.
Both of
I
them.
was kind
Both
of
of
hoping
them.
I was kind of hoping it would be a sequel to Bad Company 2, or maybe a sequel to 2142, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't went futuristic yet. So that'd be a good, nice little change of pace. But yeah,
I will say it's very weird that like the demand for another Bad Company game is still as high as it could be, and they haven't given that. I don't know.
Yep, still have not given this. Yep. You would think it'd be the most obvious now, but they're gonna decide to do their own thing. But yeah, I'm quite excited for it myself.
That's crazy how y'all ignore Battlefield 5. I never heard nobody say I'm about to play Battlefield. I never heard.
You know why, right?
That's crazy.
You know why, right?
Yeah, nobody fucking with it.
Had a lot of outrage.
They were talking all that shit, and they say, "You don't want to eat our food? Don't come to our restaurant." So you know what niggas said? We ain't come to the restaurant.
Hey, y'all really call they bluff on that shit. That joint crazy.
Yep.
And Battlefield 1 is just a way better game than 5. Like,
Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 3?
I mean, both of them are better than 5. Battlefield, but I'm talking about Battlefield 1. You know, the Battlefield 1 that came out before 5, and it's better.
The World War I game?
Yeah.
That's called Battlefield 1, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Battlefield 1. Y'all forgot? Like the hell?
No. I didn't forget. I was just saying. I just want to clarify. You said that was better. Okay.
Yeah, Battlefield 1. The one that came out right before 5. Yeah, it's 5 just ain't it, man. Like.
Yeah, but the playtime on 1, people stuck around way longer on 1 than 5 because
absolutely.
I remember correctly because on Battlefield 5, people were talking about it for no more than about a week or two, and then a month later there was literally no news from it, and then the last thing I heard about it was the whole Firestorm thing they were doing on Battle Royale, which was too late at that point.
Did that actually come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out.
Nigga, I heard nothing about that.
I'm about to look up some Battlefield 5 games.
Yeah, it was boring. Yeah, you know what's crazy is like when I was trying on what was it on Game Pass for the EA thing they have on there. It literally took me about 45 minutes to find a match. And the only reason I left it looking for so long because I was working, so I had nothing else better to do.
Battlefield.
So yeah, that game's dead.
Battlefield, honestly, they need to stop making single player. Also, like it's a waste of time. It really is a waste of time.
4 is probably one of the best. They're one of their best efforts. For
single player wise, it is.
Yeah,
but
I just wish
Battlefield 1 was a good single player. Also, actually, I actually enjoyed it. But Battlefield 5 was that single player. It was just a whole bunch of like separated, stories that didn't really connect. If I remember, I think they called it war stories, and it was just random stories that.
And you kept going from I didn't like that one. That's what it was. See, okay, I need to do.
It was 5 different stories, at different points in the war that had nothing to do with each other. So it was like wasn't even a continued narrative. It was pointless. So yeah, I'm hyped for this Battlefield. And I think that's all we got for this week. The only other thing that could possibly be mentioned is the fact that this week I called out Xbox for having a lack of first-party games, and it sent Twitter in a whole shitstorm. People were mad at me.
Again?
They were upset. But all I did was tell the truth. That Xbox had a lack. My specific words was that Microsoft brainwashed people with Xbox Game Pass to the point that y'all completely forgot that y'all don't have any first-party games. They literally just threw a whole bunch of they flashbanged you with old games in Game Pass, and you became so disoriented that you completely forgot that you had no games like that. Let's look. What's that little thing from Men in Black, the Neuralizer? I think they call it the Neuralizer. They did that, and you forgot you had no games. That's all I said, and people were mad at me.
But BG's not a Sony fanboy. Okay.
I'm not.
Wait, Blandrew, how did you come out with that response to a fact? Somebody said 1 plus 1 equals 2, and you said, but you're a Sony fanboy.
BG's been downplaying all of Sony's negative things that they've been doing throughout the year.
Blandrew, we were not talking about Sony.
No, I'm talking about when it pertained to like the whole shutting down the PlayStation Store and all this other negative news that's been happening to PlayStation. None of it mattered. But then all of a sudden, just a random shot at Microsoft.
No. See, you're wrong. BG says it doesn't matter to him. And if that's something you want, speak up for it. And that's what y'all did and got it. So shut up.
No, he was actively attacking people that had a problem with it.
But
he said if you want it, speak up for it.
But hold on, but the same things regarding Microsoft, like there's a lot of things that people make a big deal about Microsoft. I'm like, I don't care because it's not something I care about. The only thing I've ever gotten on Microsoft about is lack of games. That's it. And it's the same thing it's the exact same thing I say about regarding PlayStation with what I want from them is games. So it's not a contradiction. I'm keeping the same energy. I don't care about none of this other stuff PlayStation does. Is literally lines up with me saying I don't care about anything else Microsoft does or Sony does. I just want games. So I just pointed out an observation and people got mad at me. That's the point.
Yeah, you were antagonizing people with that tweet. Keywords, brainwash and no game. So you should know that.
He's not wrong.
He should know better. It's not that he's wrong. It's just that he should know better. That's it's like
y'all niggas is brainwashed.
I mean, because look at this. Like, okay, let's say Game Pass didn't exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Game Pass didn't exist, how would people be looking at Xbox right now?
Oh God!
Kind of like how they looking at it now, thinking they got no games.
But that's my thing. Like, if Game Pass didn't exist, we would be 6-7 months into the console generation, and Microsoft wouldn't have released not one first-party exclusive, not one first-party game. That's bad. That's really bad. That's an issue. I don't care how much like I don't care how much like third-party content there is out there. You not releasing a first-party game is an issue. It's the same thing like when with the PlayStation 4 when PlayStation was using indies to mask the sparse time with no games. That was an issue. It's the same thing now. They're using Game Pass to mask the fact that there are no Xbox games. It's not okay.
Hey, like I said, my thing is, why does it have to be first party though? I'm not disagreeing with you, but you guys eliminate games
because everybody gets to play those games.
Exactly.
Really?
If everybody has all the multi-plats, then what's the difference in playing them?
Can everybody play Gear Tactics? Can everybody play?
No.
It has to be first party. It has to be. But
what about the games that did come out that that aren't by first party?
But look, Smoove. Look, this is the same thing I say about PlayStation regarding multiplayer. Right? This is why I be telling y'all I'm fair on both ends. Like I get on PlayStation for not having multiplayer games, and people tell me there's third party. I'm like, no. PlayStation, they're supposed to supply me with multiplayer games too. People like, oh, just play third party. No. They have to give me first party multiplayer games too. It's the same thing with Xbox and them releasing a console. Y'all have to give people first party games that you made, not what third party made, because they make those games for everybody. You have to make games and drop them. It's the same thing.
The main reason why we have 3 different consoles out, you gotta have something to draw your audience in.
Exactly. But those games on Game Pass are everywhere.
Really, all of them?
For the most part.
Does Game Pass have exclusive games?
They have first party games in there.
That's not what he asked you.
No, but it's sort of a trick question because
it's not a trick question.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Look, no. See, you are answering the question like a woman on Kevin Samuels.
No.
He asked you a yes or no question.
Games on Game Pass that does not exist.
He asked you a yes or no question. Does it have exclusives or not?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and what are the exclusives then? That's all we need to know.
On PlayStation, you should know that. You know the
those are not exclusives.
I think he was aware to the fact that
Bond.
Because there's games on Game Pass that are also on Nintendo that are on PlayStation.
Oh my god. Okay.
Is Ori on PlayStation?
No, but yes, no, it's not on PlayStation. But it's Gears.
Is Ori on Switch?
It's Gears on Nintendo.
You got to answer my question first, Smoove. Is Ori on Switch?
Ori's on Switch.
There you go.
Right,
that way. No. So, like I said, it does not have exclusives.
What about the medium?
I'm sure the medium's on PC.
See, nigga, every game I just mentioned. All right, Bond. All right,
every game you mentioned is on 2 or more things.
Oh my! All right. You know,
you're basically saying anything that's exclusive to Xbox
is the dumbest motherfucking conversation to ever have.
Look, there's games on Xbox and PC. There's games on Xbox, PC, and Switch. There's games on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. There's games on all of them. What games are only on Xbox? Nothing.
I don't need a game to be only on Xbox.
No,
I think that's the issue. I think that's the problem.
But where else can this game be played?
But you know the funny thing is, when Xbox used to get exclusives, y'all niggas were jumping out the building like you're on PC being angel dust.
I'm still jumping out the building. I enjoy Xbox. It's the best platform.
Look, listen, I just want Xbox to drop some games because, you know, it's dry out here. That's all. It's dry out here.
BG, I'm gonna talk to you in a few months.
What's happening in a few months? What's happening?
No, I'm just saying. We gonna talk in a few months. Right?
What's coming out in a few months?
Hey, don't worry about what's. I just want to say we're gonna talk in a few months, and I just want to know if these backhanded comments is gonna stop. That's all I need to know. Like,
we need to know what's coming out in a few months.
It's gonna stop you from talking shit.
In a few months, Halo is still gonna be like 5 months away. That's the only different thing that's happening. Listen,
what's coming out in a few months?
Don't worry about it, man.
Because look, even if you don't want to count Miles Morales because it's on PS4 and all those other games on PS4, like there's still Demon Souls and there's about to be Returnal. We could at least say PlayStation dropped like at least two exclusives or whatever. At least two.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want from Microsoft, Xbox.
I just need to know what's coming out in a couple months. Is it good?
Now in a couple months. I just told BG, talk to me in a couple months.
Oh, it's not coming out in a couple months?
Hey,
what, he's talking about all the games they're gonna show at E3. That's what he's talking about.
Oh my dog. We've been talking. Y'all didn't learn your lesson 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017. 2016, 2015. Y'all niggas are still saying wait to E3.
Y'all remember, y'all remember Xbox's greatest lineup 2 years in a row?
God.
Oh yeah, they did do that.
Was a blast. 2015 was pretty good too. Shit was trash.
At this point, how E3 is anybody really winning for E3 like that?
What was 2015, Smoove?
2015 was we had Halo 5, fucking.
Oh yeah, and these dudes been comparing Returnal to Record. Man, if y'all don't cut it out.
Hey, Bob, I'm just saying. All right, man. When shit comes out and
how long it take you to beat Record, Smoove?
It took me, in terms of hours.
How many years?
I beat it in this calendar year that it came out.
But why do Xbox dudes do that every time a PlayStation game about to come out? They copied God of War, but they copied this game. Like what? Like they were saying like Rise motivated God of War. Like
I'm not saying anything copied. Returnal, has some similarities to Record, just more polished.
Way more polished.
I mean, I better be fucking a generation later and some. I respect it. I don't think it's gonna be a bad game. I think Record was a bad game.
Jack Super Chats.
All right, let me load it back.
Wait, but before we do that, I want to ask Smoove a question.
Yeah.
So we just had the release of MLB, and it's apparently one of the lowest reviewed games now that it's a multiplat. Do you think it has to do with the game being a multiplat or some type of PlayStation media bias?
It's PlayStation media bias for sure.
Why can't the game just suck? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something correct? That the game just may not be good?
If the game just sucks, then all of them suck. Then
it's like one of the lowest rated ones ever, though. I think.
I mean, like the next gen versions of sport games. The next gen version of sport games typically aren't good.
It had that PlayStation aura off the fucking game, and people finally saw it for what it was, a fucking regular baseball game, and now they want to give it
from what I've read, it's missing a lot of features in the prior games.
I heard it got every feature the last game had.
I disagree.
Exclusive features.
I disagree.
But I don't know. I didn't play the.
I know you don't know because all you did was Game Pass it for 3 minutes and uninstall it.
No, I still got it installed. No, I play it. I just suck at it.
How many hours you play it? How many hours you put into it?
Go to xbox.com/kidsmove, nigga. Like find
give me a rough estimate.
Hold on. Actually, I got my Series S on right now. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you exactly.
Somebody just sent me a tweet. It's an image. It says worldwide reveal. June 14th, 2021. It's from Software and and Bandai Namco. Is this Elden Ring?
Elden Ring, yes.
Oh, okay.
Bro, you know how many trailers that game already leaked, yo? It ain't no telling if that shit true or not.
Yeah. I don't know. You want to read super chats while Smoove, I guess, gets ready?
Yeah. Okay, we got Geekhead188. He said, "This how I know PlayStation motherfuckers are stupid for real. These motherfuckers say people are broke, but to be the same people that say PC is expensive, crying emojis." Okay. We got Tarek Ahmed. He said, you already read this, but he said Game Pass is well for wine tasting. We got Gamer Greg again. He said, "I was mad as fuck beating Last of Us and 1 trophy." We got Sofa Spy. He said Game Pass is more like a buffet where you sample food, but you still get the full meal once you find what you like, compared to paying for a bad meal. We got Your Boy Roy. He said it's a roguelike. Y'all cool with that? I think you're talking about Returnal. Yeah, I'm good with that. We got Corey the Beast 21i. He said, "Good podcast today without Mocha. Hey, yo, Jimmy, where you at?" Oh, that's not nice. John the Don says, "Shout out to I assume you're talking about Hardhead. Shout out to Hardhead for mentioning this. How y'all feeling if this new Sony IP is a FPS SOCOM? Sounds good or just a Rainbow Six Siege clone?"
I don't want to play anything in first person.
Facts.
Besides Battlefield, that's the only game I want to play in first person. Just Battlefield.
Jimmy, you just gonna let them accuse you of collecting a free check every month?
Oh, they say stuff like that all the time. I've been here talking to you.
We got Game Inspection. He said they should have migrated the store to PS5, especially since some of those games could play better. That is true. We got the Mark Shark. He said, "You guys ever listen to the Bad Company 2 idle conversations on YouTube? This stuff is hilarious. This podcast reminds me of those conversations." Never heard of it. We got Ken's Jamo. He said, "As long as the new game is in Wokefield again, it should be good. I still ain't get Battlefield 5 yet because of how they treated the community, as you shouldn't." We got Bales27 just sent the donation. We appreciate you. And we got Carlos Barillas. He says they will be looking at how they look at the Xbox One X, have no first party, nothing. Xbox would be nothing. Ew. Hold on, Game Special just sent the donation. Hold on, let me refresh and make sure I ain't missing. This shit loads up slow. Alright. Okay, that was the last one. We got Game Inspection. He said, "Can people start complaining?" Let me see. Can people start complaining about the price on these Switch games? More Astral Chain fun, but the game shouldn't be $60 still. Same with Bayonetta. I think ain't Bayonetta out of print now on the Switch, I think.
Yeah, I think it went up in price.
Yeah, because they ain't making no more physical copies. So if you want it, man, you better cop that thing, yo.
Yeah, Xenoblade 2 went up also.
Oh, it did? I got a collection edition. That's enough.
Okay. Okay. Good show, guys. Let's go ahead, Smoove. Wrap it up. Make it quick.
Hold up, Smoove. You got it. We need your answer.
3 hours, and I will go in for the. Can we make it this 82 or under?
It's 80.
Nah. That's too much of a variance. 82 or under.
It's 80.
82 or under, bro, and I'll take
It's 80.
Come on, Bond. 82 or under. Take it or leave it.
80.
82
So
or under.
you can tuck your tail and walk away, or you can take 80.
Bond, you want the 60, 82 or under, bro?
Look, I'm not the one hurting for bets. You are. Look, I'm like Skip here. I'm getting my mount. I got my mount one way or another.
Bond, if you're confident that I won you a Super Bowl, and you're afraid to take this?
It's 80 or nothing, so you can 80? Take it or leave it.
I won you a Super Bowl. You ain't gonna
Look,
take that.
If you don't want to take it, you can just leave it.
Give me the 2 points. 82 or under, man. We good.
Yo, you sound like Shannon so bad right now.
You didn't talk about the PS Video Pass, yo.
It's 80 or nothing.
Oh yeah. PlayStation Video Pass. I got the note right here. So PlayStation Video Pass is pretty much it's in trial in Poland only, and it's comes with like 20 TV shows and movies right now. So I think they're just gonna see how it does in Poland, and then they might roll it out to like other other regions, and it'll be part of PlayStation now, I guess. I hope they wouldn't charge separately for it. I hope it will just be included in PlayStation now. But we really want TV shows? Come on, bro. We don't want no damn TV shows.
I kind of wish they would merge like Crunchyroll and Funimation into like a subscription for the.
I heard that Crunchyroll deal might not even be going through with Sony.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, they said it came to a halt or something.
Oh shit! Well, they still got Funimation. I need my Funimation subscription rolled into my PS Plus. Yeah, they ain't gonna do that with that.
I don't like. I'm not watching no damn TV shows or movies on PlayStation, bro. Like I'm subscribed to like 6, 7, maybe 8 subscription services right now for all these damn networks.
I ain't got no 4K movies, man. I'm good, bro.
I don't really see. That's funny. Like when it comes to my games, I definitely want to play in 4K. I don't care about that when I'm watching.
You should have heard. Shows. You should have heard this dude Tick, right? Because Tick didn't know his TV didn't have the HBO Max app. HBO Max app, bruh. He was so mad when he was trying to watch Mortal Kombat, bro. This motherfucker's like, oh shit, I gotta go watch it off my computer. And then they like, Tick, the computer don't got the 4K HDR. Oh shit, let me go watch it off my phone then, bro. This man was scrambling in the Discord, bro. I was in that crying, dog.
That's hilarious. You don't have access to it, yep.
He canceled the subscription. He had to still pay for it.
It's so funny when I'm watching TV shows. I can't really tell if it's like 4K or not that much. But like when I'm playing games, I can tell if something's 4K off the bat. But
you gonna see a difference.
I don't know.
I see a difference
when it comes to TV shows and movies. I think I just don't care, so I don't be noticing.
I mean, some 1080p be pretty clean, but that 4K be hitting different sometimes.
Yeah.
Need that.
All right, let's do these outros. Bond, this movie, y'all can argue and debate about this bet more after dark. Mega, your outro. Thanks for coming, man.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Oh, but yeah, good podcast. Same as usual. No better way to spend my Sunday with you guys. I appreciate the invite, BG. Shout out to my partners at Welcome to the Wall. Oh yeah, is it cool? I make
welcome to the wall.
Yes, sir.
God damn.
Yeah, you can plug.
Yeah, but my partners, Welcome to the Wall. We actually host various gaming tournaments, and we have one coming up for Rogue Company. So I know a lot of people in your community are into that. So if you guys are more than welcome to come on, stop by. We'll probably be rolling it out within the next couple of weeks or so. But I'll shoot the details even more when the date comes by quick. But yeah, love to have y'all by. And yeah, that's about it for me. Appreciate the invite again.
All right, man. Thanks for coming. Landrew.
Have a good one, everybody. Be safe.
Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, J Mega Games? Everybody enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.
Move.
Jimmy finally said something.
All right, guys. Follow me on Twitter. I think I'm under 20 away from 10,000. And subscribe to the channel, bro.
Yeah, you know what's crazy?
Patreon stream, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're streaming Monster Boy.
Smoove got the most followers on Twitter, but never retweets anybody else's in the group's videos or content.
You love to see it.
A complete waste of 10,000.
I'll do better.
Jack.
All right, we got one more super chat from Sofa Spot. He said, Alex was right. PlayStation games are just cutscene movies. So PlayStation gave you more movies. So
by the way, that's coming from the same guy who loves Metal Gear. Metal Gear are literal movies. Like those games are literal movies.
Oh,
Like
especially Metal Gear 4.
literally broke the record for the most cutscenes in a video game. But carry on.
The last ending was literally an hour long, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Metal Gear 5, nothing but like dragging your dick across the desert for like 50 hours.
But Alex loves, all those
I
movies.
don't even listen to what Alex says anymore.
All right, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate y'all boys for watching, man. Hopefully can get back to streaming sometime this upcoming week. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Jack Move Johnny. Instagram. Check me out on Instagram too. JiggyMerch.com. Get in tune, and we out. All right.
And Bond.
Well, looks like Smoove backed out of a bet, but catch us on the After Dark. We will be here.
Right. Cool. As y'all know, me, Jack, I think Bond will stream Returnal when he gets it. Yeah, so y'all gonna see some actual skilled gamers take on Returnal, right?
Well, I'll be on that joint too. I'm right behind y'all.
Sir,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Yeah, we gonna be checking the community. We gonna be checking the pulse, doing a temperature check on who's struggling with this Returnal. We gonna see who pull up.
Want to have
a lot
a
of frauds out here.
Reach the plat first.
So we'll catch y'all next week. Submit your questions for After Dark. The post has been up already. Some of y'all already submitted your questions. If you haven't, you can go to patreon.com right now at the Weapon Wheel and submit your questions. And if you haven't supported the Weapon Wheel Patreon before, you should try that out now. Go do that. We'll catch y'all next week. We out. Peace.